Yeah, always trying my best. What is up, everybody? Holy shit. Am I plugged in? Hold on. Yeah, but it'd be a lot better if I didn't mute my mic. Fantastic. I had that muted for the intro in case my dumbass said something, and then I forgot to unmute it like a fucking retard. Holy fuck. What's up, guys? Yeah, thank you, DD. I did pick up on that, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Uh, you know what? I actually have to I gotta send the link to my guest. I just fucking remember. Fuck yeah, I haven't done that. You know what's funny? I usually forget to mute myself, so I was all proud that I fucking remembered to fucking mute myself. And yeah, I forgot to fucking unmute. So anyway, yeah, I think my guest was going to pop on the transverse for a little bit, so I was gonna go solo here for but I see Ava's on now, so I don't know if this person's gonna pop on anymore. I don't know. I'll just send them the link now so they can pop on whenever. And yeah, when they come on, we're gonna talk a little. We're gonna talk about what everybody's fucking talking about right now. But why not? About Penny and Ms. Haley. And but while I'm waiting for that, I will. I got a few things I can go over. Uh, my usual. There was actually some kind of funny Jake stuff today, so I was trying to grab. And yeah, there was something from yesterday that I found mildly. I don't know. I could be fucking way up a tree on this other one. I may just me being fucking retarded and fucking reaching for a fucking conspiracy, but it's Jib related, and I love as Jib will tell you, I'm obsessed with him. I'm just obsessed. So he needs a restraining order. But yeah, I found something a little interesting. Um, just to describe it very quickly, there's somebody who Jib used to shit on all the fucking time, and now he doesn't anymore because this person has the same enemy as him, and I actually get along fine with the guy, and we've been on the same stream good amount of times, and I actually thought it would be interesting because we've had some fucking real talks about politics and other stuff or whatever. But I thought it'd be interesting if he tried to tell me, or not, if he told me why he dislikes a certain person, and I will fucking and why he left a certain group, and I will 100% listen. I am very open minded on shit like that. And then I figured I could tell him my issues with his new buddy Jib, and bring some receipts or whatever. And this person always puts up. He puts one of those people that puts up most of the chats in the fucking thing. So it's not like I'm special, but my chats pretty much always get put up or at least acknowledged and shit, like everyone else's. And that particular chat got ignored. And Jib made some comment, which was fine. It's a comment I expected. I don't care. But then Jib seemed to like almost produce the show from the chat from there on. Like, hey, promote our show tonight on Black Label Media. Hey, tell him about this, Kevin. It's like, he's like, is he fucking pulling the strings now? Is that why my chat was ignored? Because back in the day, not even just weeks ago, I think this person would have been interested in that type of conversation, talking about differences and shit. But maybe that's not allowed. Maybe that's not allowed when you're on Jib's network and using Jib's EV Mux and shit like that. Who knows? But anyway, maybe we'll get to that. Maybe we won't. I'll just start off with a little some funny Jake Hudson from this earlier today. Till my guest comes on. Jake was in a mood. Jake was in quite the mood this morning. Or this whenever the hell he fucking made this today. It's funny, he went live for like an hour and 20 minutes, whatever. I only heard like the first whatever it was 20 minutes, and it was interesting. He was in it. He played his. I tried. I explained to somebody the other day. Right. I was talking about. I forget what happened. They were showing Jake had like one live viewer, and I was like, I can't even tell you how many times I've been that fucking one live viewer, and it's funny because Jake comments he's very pissy about his low viewership during the stream. He starts fucking lashing out at the fucking chat because not only does Jake have low viewership, he does the same shit every fucking stream, and that's what I was telling this person. I was like, it's always a bunch of dead air. It's the fucking catchphrases. By the way, here's the thing. Hope everyone's being safe. Then it's like fucking 18 different links to like different platforms you can watch and listen to them on. Even though there's nothing happening, there's like nothing going on, and then like another 18 links, different ways you can give them money. And despite all that, what I love about Jake, when you cut through all that bullshit, is his ego and his delusion. Jake thinks he's the fucking shit when it comes to podcasting. He thinks he's like in the same fucking industry as Joe Rogan. And yeah, he understands that Joe Rogan's bigger than him, but he thinks they're like fucking like it's not out of the realm of possibility that like Joe Rogan wouldn't do his fucking podcast. You know what I mean? Shit like that. It's fucking amazing. I use the analogy Jake's like that fucking local cover band who's playing in front of like 7 or 8 people, like they're all friends and family, but they act like they're rocking out fucking a sold out Madison Square Garden. I fucking love it. Jake makes a ton of AI songs, right? So many of his AI songs are about him. And they're all the fucking same. Like, they're all about how all these fucking no-name podcasters are dragging Jake's name through the fucking mud, and they need to fucking watch the fuck out and leave him alone. And they don't know me. They don't know the real fucking me. And, oh my God, I told him there's a fucking newer song where the whole song is Jake trying to get Anthony Cumia on his show. It's like the lyrics are like Jake inviting Cumia on and acting like they're fucking equals. And like, yeah, we'll talk about this, we'll talk about that, and we'll get a steak dinner afterwards. Fucking my treat because you're cheap. It's like Jake's gonna buy fucking Cumia steak dinner. I love it. I love the fucking confidence and the delusion. I fucking love it. And that's the shit I love about Jake. Yeah, the rest of the shit's boring as fuck because it's just dead air and the same shit. But again, that's part of the delusion that I love. Like, he thinks hey, you can get audio only on this content. Audio of what, dude? It's fucking 70% fucking dead air. Your AI song about how awesome you are, your catchphrases, and then you try to get money from me. Like, that's the fucking show. And Jake's like, a bunch of people are catching on, and they're like, is this a rerun? Is this a rerun? So he starts fucking wigging out over that and shit. Yeah, it was pretty, I was entertained. I was entertained by Jake today. What is up, Scotty? Good for you, my brother. How we doing? Good for you. All right. We'll check out a little Jake. Like I said, I only listened to like the first 20-something minutes or whatever. Push through this a little bit, fast forward a little bit, but yeah, there's some funny shit in here. He's like pretty pissy, like fucking very early on in this fucking thing. All right, Jake. We don't need the humming. Let's go. I don't remember this, but I think I got the
If you guys are new to the channel,
oh yeah,
what is up?
This is the other thing. Jake loves doing this one. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jake Hudson. I'm a full-time content comedy creator and streamer with autism. I've been diagnosed. I've had autism since I was 3 years old. I've been battling autism since I was 3. It's my superpower. Shit like that. I fucking love it.
Y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel and new to me, my name's Jake. What is yours?
Oh, he didn't do it there. That was a fucking dud. I'll have to find you guys one of them for next time. Fuck. Jake usually he uses this whole fucking rap that he fucking does. Fucking dud, Jake. Where was the full-time content creator, streamer, live YouTuber with autism? Where was that? Where was that fucking rant, brother? Holy fuck, Jake.
What is up? How is everybody
Trying to
doing
plow through the
today?
dead
I hope a
air.
lot of you guys are
They're
staying
being
safe.
safe. Usually it's I hope everybody's being safe. Now he hopes a lot of you are being safe. So some of you, he doesn't hope you're being safe. Some of you, he's hoping you're fucking gonna die. I don't know. It's for fuck. You know what? I should have opened with he did a fucking he's been putting out these quick fucking shorts or whatever. He had a funny one today about how Chris Thompson manipulated Jake. That's something else Jake loves to do, right? Jake is, I've said a million times, he's fucking smart. He's way smarter than he gets credit for. But he loves playing the fucking, the R card when he can. He made me do it. Ava manipulated me. She made me go on Stuttering John's show. Sorry, Shuli. And then fucking a month later, Ava, I'm sorry, Shuli manipulated me. So he does that shit. So apparently fucking one of Keanu and Gino's mods, I guess Chris Thompson used to fucking stream with or whatever. And they had a big falling out. So now this mod's always fucking with, I don't know, Chris Thompson, whatever. And I guess Jake went in the fucking chat a while back and started attacking this mod. And now Jake's like, Chris Thompson made me do it. He manipulated me. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Jake knows where his bread's buttered. Wherever he thinks he can get the fucking views and the money, that's whose ass he's gonna kiss, and he'll fucking stab the other person in the back. Uh-oh. Saying what about myself? Although that could probably apply to me, Stallion 19. Come on, Jake. What's with the fucking dead air guy? You're making me look bad. Is this the right one? Where's Pissy Jake that I heard? I hope I get the right one. This is the one that was in my history, so I assumed it was this one. Fuck, I don't know if I got it.
Stop when did Tom Cruise come by?
Okay, this Tom Cruise sounds familiar. Maybe I started like 3 minutes in and didn't even fucking realize earlier today.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back.
Welcome back. Where the fuck did we go, Jake? Oh, his script is fantastic, dude. My favorite, or ma'am, sorry, don't know if you're a dude or ma'am or miss. Sorry. But one of my favorite, oh shit, I see you, Ken. Sorry, I zoned out. Give me one. I'll put you on, buddy. My bad. I get zoned out sometimes, dude.
You're fine, dude. I figured you were finishing
Christ.
a point about your buddy Jake.
I will finish my point about Jake. But yeah,
no rush,
part of what I love about Jake's fucking script here is, and this is nitpicking, and this is gonna make me look like an asshole, but whatever. He always says, I've been battling autism since I was 3 years old. I've had autism since I was 3. And I'm like, Jake, I think you had it your whole life. You were diagnosed at 3. It's not like, it's not like you didn't have autism for the first 3 years of your life.
And he probably didn't start battling it until he was like older. I would assume at 5 we're all kind of goofy and like get fixated on toys and different things. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Jake, he's a strange young man. I like that he gets annoyed whenever I see him. I tell him that he owes you money, and that's been working real well for me to get Jake away from me. So
fuck you.
It's very upset about that.
Yeah. Well, there is actually like a sad part. Obviously I didn't know Jake then, but he said during his childhood that he was like misdiagnosed at first, I think, and they put him on some medications they shouldn't have put him on or whatever. So he's like terrified of medication, which is why he hasn't been on anything since he was 18. Like ever since he could make his own decisions legally. So I think Jake could be better off if he was on some shit. It's just he was on some fucking bad shit earlier, but
all right, counterpoint. Did they put him on some bad soap when he was like 5 and he's like, never again?
Dude,
never again.
I got a theory he doesn't even... there's some kind of issue with running water in that house. I gotta believe.
That makes sense.
Like, look, man, this is gonna be very disgusting. So just disclaimer right here, right?
Jesus Christ.
Multiple times, Jake will has accidentally showed his toilet during streams,
Oh God.
and there's been shit in the toilet. But no toilet paper. So not only didn't he flush, I don't think he wiped, right? And last week he was on Bobby. I think he was on Bobby Fran's stream.
It's fucking horrifying.
It's awful, dude. It's about to get worse. Listen
It's
to this.
fucking horrifying.
He was on Bobby Fran's stream, and I didn't see this live, but I was told about it and checked it. And he accidentally showed his toilet again. But it wasn't just one shit in there. I guess it would look like it was piled up, like it was fucking. Like Bobby's like, Jake, what do? Do you wait till the shit's touching your ass before you flush it? Like, dude, yeah, I don't know what's going on in there.
That's
It's
horrifying.
bad.
I feel
It
bad.
is.
I hope he's
Yeah.
because I know there are people like that. I know there are people like that we've seen on like hoarders and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when you don't want him to venture into that because he seems like a nice guy. He's just not all there.
Right.
And there are times I've seen him also be kind of mean to people too. So
Yes.
it's like, and then he immediately rolls it back and feels bad. But it's just he's an interesting dude.
Yeah, that's the kid. Jake can be very mean, and that's the part. Like, I don't even let that shit. But like, I've changed the way I've dealt with Jake multiple times, and now like I like the way I deal with him now. And it's just, I could be wrong, but it's like whatever people think, right? You'll never see me doing like a bit on Jake. Like people, like so many people make AI Jake's doing this or pretend to be Jake doing that.
Yeah.
I never do that. I literally will talk about Jake, show things Jake's done, analyze Jake. I don't turn him. Some of the stuff may not be the nicest stuff, but I never turn Jake into like this fucking spectacle or character. I give you.
You don't need to
real
editorialize
Jake.
Jake. You don't
Yeah.
need to make him more of a caricature. Just let Jake
Right.
be Jake, and he'll
Yeah.
be enough. And like I said, you were being nice to him, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, Mama Nick, you owe me fucking money," and he's just like, "What?" Because you start demanding that people owe him money and stuff, and it's very. All you gotta do is turn it around and say that he owes the other person money, and he freaks out. So.
Oh yeah, he's never.
Working
Have
well.
you ever heard the story of when Deadpool accidentally gave him like a ton of money on accident?
I can't imagine. So no, go ahead, please. Tell me.
So I can't remember the amount. Fuck, but it's like Deadpool is very generous, and he meant to give Jake a good chunk of money, like I think like $1,000 or something, right? But accidentally gave him 10,000 or something. Like there was an extra zero involved. You know what I mean? Like instead of 2,000, fucking 20,000.
Yeah, you figure it would check, but still, sometimes that does happen,
Right.
especially on older machines or older apps and stuff. Good.
And he went and Deadpool went into full panic, and everyone's telling Jake like, Jake, you got to give that money back, dude. You got to get. And it took a while, but begrudgingly and angrily, Jake gave a lot of it back. But he didn't want to do it. Jake knew it was a fucking mistake,
Yeah.
and knew he was still getting a nice chunk of fucking money.
Yeah.
But didn't want to give it back.
Well, and that's
fucking
also
crazy.
that's like a classic business thing where it's like, well, you try to get extra money now, and then they'll never come back to you, and also they'll tell everyone they know to never donate to you. Whereas if you give it back, it's like you've shown that you're a good person.
100%. Like he can't. And this could be the autism, but he can't think like even if you wanted to be a shrewd businessman, give it back. Deadpool's grateful. He'll give you money more often though. You fuck him over or
you can't fuck
begrudgingly
people over. That you're not
Right.
supposed to. Yeah, especially
No.
at least especially if someone's donating to you. Come on, man. So that's not. But whatever.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Jake.
Unbelievable. All right, I'll just play a few more of this, then we'll get right into the topic, my friend. There's just
We'll get him whatever. Yeah,
I just wanted to hear a little angry, frustrated Jake for a minute.
I love it. It's the best.
Yeah. Where was it, Jake? Come on. This is amazing. Come on, Jake. Get to the stuff. You're killing me, buddy. 5 minutes in, you haven't done nothing. Yeah, fuck. I hope this is the one. He literally starts like, you don't think I'm frustrated when I got no viewers? Or I'm just waiting for a guest to come on and I'm sitting in silence? It was killing me. It was like Jake being real for once. It was fucking amazing.
Oh, I like that he changed his picture. It's no longer the lizard.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is an
whatever.
old one. This is an old
Oh, this
one.
is all. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, sorry. This isn't an old stream, but
It's
this
an
is
old
an
picture.
old picture.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
recycling through some classics.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the oldies, golden oldies, man. I'm with it.
You're killing me, Jake.
Have you heard him sing the Growing Pains theme?
Oh yeah.
Because Lemmy shared that with me, and that was one of the best fucking things I've ever heard. Oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah, I think I even clipped that as part of the when he was on Eccles 24-hour stream.
Oh, that's right.
He actually recently sang the Golden Girls theme
As best as he could.
and actually no, Facts of Life.
Facts of Life. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, and what he did was repeat the same line twice and got it wrong both times, which was amazing. Like, and not that I know it, but
no, but at least you should know the main. Thrust
he did
of the
one.
song.
He did one of these where he's like, "You take the good, you take the bad, and then you got the
more.
facts of life." Yeah, like he didn't know that middle part. Not that I know it, but he didn't know it either.
Well, I was
going
to say of the two, I know the other show more than Facts of Life. I know what was the show you mentioned before that?
Golden Girls, I think.
Yeah, I know Golden Girls way more than Facts of
Yeah,
Life because I actually used to watch that with my grandmother. But fucking Facts of Life, I mean, it was all right, but I wasn't memorizing the shit.
Yeah, that was way more of a chick show. 100%. 100%. All right. If this doesn't pop up soon, I'm just going to bust this. I swear this is the one I watched earlier. This is pissing me off. It's one of them things where okay, this is the one. Jake's going to play his AI song. We'll skip this one.
People are going to get banned.
Here we go. Pissed off Jake. All right. By the way, this song's about everyone needs to fucking leave Jake alone because you don't know the real him. But I will tell you this. If Jake was left alone and ignored, he'd be fucking miserable. Like, the song's bullshit. Like, Jake's about to complain that he doesn't get enough attention right here. So, here we go. Come on, Jake.
Those noises.
They're great.
Hey, what is up, y'all? How is everybody doing today? I hope a lot of you guys are staying safe. How is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? I hope everyone is staying safe. If you say this is a rerun, y'all, drop the hammer. I'm dropping the hammer. Everybody's going to get... People are...
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, no. Stop anything. Yeah, dude.
Isn't every Jake show a rerun? Because I follow the Dabble Dashboard. He comes on like 12 times a day for like 20 minutes a time. He doesn't say anything. He just posts his links and then I go, come on, man.
That's what I say. If Jake doesn't have a guest, it's the same every fucking time. And people have caught on. And the new thing is like, is this a rerun or is this live? Like, that's another one. Is this live? Because I've seen,
live.
Yeah, because like, he won't be on camera and it's the same shit. And I think it's starting to piss him off. And Jake's smart enough to know people are fucking with him. Because when they first started,
he is smart enough to know that. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's getting pissed off about it. Like, he was generally fucking angry there. And,
that's fucking
going to get banned.
Yeah, that's my favorite too. Jake does this badass, like, Jake has a fucking disclaimer video he plays sometimes, and it's like, you know what, if you don't like my content, get the fuck out of my stream. There's the door. Don't let it hit you with a good Lord split you. It's my opinion. This badass fucking thing. But he blocks people. Like quicker than anybody in the world. So I'm like,
he doesn't even give them a chance to leave on their own. He just forces them out.
Yeah, I've honest to God tried to give Jake good advice for like how I think he could make more money, because I think he goes about it all fucking wrong. Like, it's overkill, and people, like, I told him, dude, believe it or not, Jake, if you ask for money less often and focus more on the content, you will get more money. When the whole show is just dead air and you asking for money, you ain't gonna get shit.
Well, it comes across as very panhandling then.
Yeah,
like, worse than Aaron. I mean, when they cut him up. But Jake's thing is like, he actually, if he did something, if he did anything, it would be out
Yeah,
there. He's
right.
literally he's just coming out there begging for shit. So I can't. Yeah, it's not my style.
And if you watch like Jake's original channel got like taken down, but this one you can go back and watch it from like 3 years ago. It was different. Believe it or not, it was different. Jake did stuff. Even when Jake was alone, he interacted with the chat. He had little fucking bits planned.
Yeah.
Like he would do like the fucking things. He doesn't do any of that anymore.
Do you think him having a computer set up now has changed him? Because he used to be able to walk around the house while he did this. Do you think him being stable is throwing him off?
No,
I'm
because
half joking, but I'm also half serious.
I know what you're saying, yeah, but even before he got the laptop, he still wasn't doing that shit. He just stopped, and I don't know why. And that's something else I told him. Like, Jake, you used to like, dude, you can talk. You don't shut the fuck. Like when you see Jake on another show, he doesn't shut the fuck up, right? So when he's by himself on his own show, it's just fucking silence. And that actually wasn't always the case. If you go back 3 years ago, even when he's by himself, he's fucking talking. Like, Jake is way more of an introvert than me, and I can fucking babble when I'm fucking by myself. I'm not saying it's the greatest, but I'm not gonna sit there and fucking dead air and fucking, and yeah, he's literally about to say
no camera on too. That makes it tough for people. At least if you're gonna go on, you can't just have nothing and no videos, nothing. It's a dead screen with him in the background.
Yeah,
baby. We can't even tell half the time. It sounds like the voice on the phone, like in a horror movie. You don't know if he's there or not. So
right. When the camera's not on, the way that best works is if you were watching a video, right, and you got it like full screen and you're commenting on it, like to me that's fine. You know what I mean? But Jake doesn't even play clips. You like every once in a great moon, Jake will play a fucking clip. He's petrified of being struck. It's fucking. Hilarious.
And I understand that, but you gotta have something though. You gotta come up with something to show the people. Otherwise, it just comes across as pretty cheap. So
People are gonna get banned. So don't say this is a fucking rerun. This is not a fucking rerun.
Oh, Jakey. By the way, Jake, you swear at people in the Dabbleverse and tell them not to do something. That's exactly what they're gonna do, brother, and you know that. Fucking Christ! And what's funny is Jake literally he streams to like 12 different platforms or something, so it's like you can't always see like what he's seeing. Like obviously somebody's saying, "Is this a rerun on one of these fucking platforms?" Just on
I've
YouTube.
noticed that. Yeah. It's tough on some people's thing where it's That's why when I stream games and I only have one screen, it makes it tough to follow along because if people on YouTube are commenting, that's fine. But every once in a rare while, I get someone on Twitch. I don't have a following anywhere, but like on Twitch, I'll get one person a month to comment, but I don't see it. So, but Jake, especially if he has it going 20 places and people are all shitting on him. What I was going to say was like, especially if he's banning people, like at this point, I don't think Jake can pivot into being like an intelligent commenter.
Right.
On things. He knows he's like a lol cow. So don't ban people because those are the ones who are going to super chat you $2 to be like, hey, show us your finger today.
Yeah.
And that's business, so it sucks, but that's the reality of it.
That's something else a bunch of us have told Jake, like when he complains about lack of viewership, I'm like, well, Jake, you banned most of them. Like they can't if they can't participate in your chat, they're probably not going to fucking bother showing up to, Yeah. And he does this whole, I don't care what you think of me. It's like, obviously you do, bro. Like this will be a little segue for later, but I think Penny's similar. Like even though I think I like Penny more than most people, I don't buy it when she says she doesn't care because she's flipping out. Like she cares, Penny,
what I mean? We'll get to it later, but there's a lot of parts about Penny that are because I started out because I used to just troll Penny like I do most people in the Dabbleverse, and she took it very personal and would flip out. And then eventually she kind of, started being cooler about it.
Yeah.
But she still is very sensitive. Like even when people ask her simple questions, she'll fight back to the chat like, oh yeah, well, it doesn't have to be, oh yeah, every time. It could just be an answer. So Penny's very combative, and I don't think that helps when you're sensitive too. You can't be both, or you shouldn't be both. It's not the best.
Right. Like it's funny because I don't think they like each other at all.
Yeah.
But Ashley Cummings had a little of that in her, like especially at the beginning, where she was very defensive and sensitive and would fight back or whatever. And
Yeah.
she still does a little bit, but yeah, they're very different in other ways, but they both
Yeah.
kind of fucking have that.
She seems
that
like
going
she's
for her.
rolling with it better now, but she also
She
says
is,
some
yeah.
stupid stuff without thinking. Like I saw that
Right,
quote
yeah.
where she's like, when she was on Stuttering John, she's like, "I'm just here to collect money." It's like, well, come on, you don't say that. Even if that's the truth, don't say
Right.
that out loud.
Yeah.
You got to be better than that. So whatever. Yeah.
100%. Agreed.
But what is up, guys? How
Ellis
is
John
everybody
Hudson.
doing today? I hope a lot of you
That always
guys are
throws me
staying
off. It sounds so
safe.
professional and so adult. Ellis John Hudson and Jake
I
Hudson.
know. Jake, you've said that 5 times now. You hope a lot of us are being safe. Let's get to your last flip out. Maybe I'll play the Kumia song because that's fucking always hilarious. And then we can end it.
I just want to say this.
So here we go. Come on.
I'm very. Don't know sometimes.
What? Come on, buddy.
See, I can't tell if he's losing connection or not. It's like, is he there?
Yeah, he's that dude.
Yeah.
So and this is something where it is frustrating at times, but I think this part is his autism. I can't tell you how many times Jake doesn't finish a thought. He'll start talking about something.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like something I want to hear. I want to hear his take on, like, you know what? Listen, for those of you who are, and then he just trails off and then dead air and then something else, you know.
Well, his
like,
by the way thing also, it's a cliche at this point to make fun of it, but it is, he will by the way himself.
Yeah.
In 3 different directions in one sentence. Like that's one of my favorite things of the TSN. I didn't watch all their 24-hour stream. Who could? But the Jake Hudson bit was one of the all-time fun because he non-stopped himself. And I don't know. I don't think he was doing it on purpose. I don't think he was playing into it. I don't know. Dude, you'd have to tell me. You know him better.
Yeah. But. So there, you know what's funny? There's a video of Jake from like 3 years ago where he's playing with wrestling figures. He's got like a fucking, I forget who he has. I think he has like a Mick Foley and then somebody else, right?
All right.
And he's got them fighting, and he's like doing the commentary, like, "Oh no, here's the drop. There's the thing." He's still saying, no. "There's the thing." And by the way, like, while he's fucking in his own little world, so it's like, I almost think he can't fucking help it sometimes. It's just like a crutch for him, you know.
It's almost not like a twitch, but it's almost like a comma at this point. Which if you've ever mockingly done something, sometimes you'll get into that habit where you say shit and then you can't stop. You have to stop yourself before it becomes like a joke. And then I don't think Jake ever stopped himself. Poor kid.
Come on, buddy. Your dead air's killing me. This is why I always edit this out when I get a chance. Oh my God. I'm skipping 5 seconds at a time and he's saying nothing.
That's the thing. I can't tell when he's playing hilarious.
Yeah. He's not
How you doing today?
Yeah, you already asked that, buddy. It's fine. Sometimes, I swear to God, sometimes I pull up the fucking script so I can just fucking look to where he's going to say something. Yeah. Come on, dude. Just get to your viewership. That's what I wanted to hear. I know it's in the first fucking 20 minutes.
ChatGPT would shoot itself trying to fucking transcript this.
Oh, my God.
He mumbled a thought at 33:05.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Jake? That's it. I'm pulling up the fucking, see if the transcript's on this one. I can't fucking wait. There we go. There's a transcript. All right.
Follow along.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, but
yeah. What's up, guys? That guy. Yeah, but what's up, guys? How everyone doing? Yeah, let's go. And then he goes into the Anthony Cumia song. Holy
what a
fuck.
special young man.
Fuck, I didn't miss it, right? Yeah, I didn't. What the fuck do you talk about your viewership? Is it after the Cumia song, Jake? What the fuck?
Yeah, but what's up, guys? How is everybody doing today?
All right, you know what? We'll listen to the Cumia song. It's quick, but it's fucking funny.
I'm there, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it when Jake tries to sing along because he always says like the last word of each sentence, like each line, like 2 seconds after it's said. It cracks me up.
Let's go. Anthony, pick up the phone. I got a mic that's hot in the studio of my own. You roasted the woke, you buried the hacks.
What's up,
Now come
Chris?
spit some fire on the Hudson attack. No scripts, no
like
filters,
kids with
just
his
pure
parents'
cut.
favorite
We'll talk chicks, ticks, and how the world's gone cold. You've been killing it solo since the O and A days. Compound media legend setting podcasts ablaze. But Jake Hudson's calling from the
And he can't let it play.
Yeah.
He's got a mumble in the background.
Come on, Cumia. Come on my show. We'll drink some beers and let the good times flow. Cumia. Too long on your own one episode, baby, then we'll leave them blown. Cumia. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, hey, come on, Cumia. Come on, come on, come on. Bring the rats, bring the bitch, bring that famous laugh. We'll talk old school radio and the cancel culture rap. No safe spaces here, just truth and some vice. You and me, Anthony, it'll be fucking nice. From Long Island to the throne. Let's make some magic, get the people in the zone. I know you're busy with the network and the crew, but 1 hour, brother, what harm could it do? We'll go viral, we'll go dumb, we'll go deep. Then grab a steak after my treat, you cheap. Come on, Cumia.
I don't know why that's my favorite part. Yeah, can you
Him just
picture?
humming.
No, the lyrics. It's like literally say something about like after the podcast, we'll grab a steak, my treat, you cheap. Like Jake's gonna buy Kumi a fucking steak. I'll buy the
As
steak.
if Kumi would
dinner.
allow that.
As if he like Jake. I don't even know if I mean, Jake, you know what? Kumia probably does know who Jake is, but I remember Kumia was in my chat once, like participating because I did a stream on him.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he found out I was doing it through. I'm not saying he knows who I am, but through Buckman, because
Sure.
Shmil Buckman seemed to show up the same time as him, right? And Kumi and I had a back and forth. Like he wasn't on, but he was in the chat, and I'm putting his chats up, responding this and back. And when Jake found out, he got like jealous of that, and he's like, that was probably the fake Kumia. I'm like, no, dude, it wasn't. It's not a big deal, dude, but it wasn't. He wasn't on my show. He was in my chat, but no, it wasn't the fake. Yeah, like he gets so jealous of that shit. He wants these fucking celebrities so bad. But if Kumia was on, he'd fucking.
What would he
He'd
do?
be like, "Come on, Jake. Come on, relax, Jake. Come on, Jake." He'd be like losing his mind.
I can't imagine what he would even say to Jake. What Jake, I don't know what they
Yeah.
would say to each other. He would. Kumia handled Bobo in a certain way. Jake seems, if you're familiar with O&A, Jake seems
Yes.
far below Bobo. So as far as like what's going on and conversation wise, so I don't know what you could pull out of him, but
Yeah, this is the part that I love. Like I said, I love about Jake. Like he can picture this in his mind. Like, you know, like again, he's multiple
it sounds
times.
nice.
Yeah, so many times he has said, I love this business. I love what the podcasting business has given me and stuff like that. Like he thinks he's running a fucking business.
Yeah.
And
Well,
again, I sound like an asshole saying that, but it's like I get a kick out of that. I fucking love it. And so that's why, honestly, I used to try and help. Like, Jake, you want to run this as a business? Here's some advice from you. Fucking, believe it or not, Jake, I went to college. I took some business classes. Like, blah, blah, blah. That's a good idea. And he'll never listen. He's like just stuck in his way. He never listens to anybody.
Well, the simple one of leaning into super chats of people that dislike you or to make fun of you, or even not dislike you, but just people who want to get a rise out of you. That's at least money that he's turning down by blocking people, you know? So,
right. That's another thing he's got. Like so many times he's like, you know what? Howard Stern's gone woke. He's gone woke. Fuck Howard Stern. But Jake literally is like woke. Like when it comes to himself.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he gets mad when someone makes fun of his accent. You know, never mind call him like an R-word or something like that. If someone makes fun of his accent, he gets fucking. And I was like, I literally go, Jake, imagine if I got mad every time someone made fun of my fucking accent, dude. I'm like, it don't fucking matter, bro. It's just that you're fucking Southern. I'm fucking Northeastern. We got ways of talking. But yeah, he's very sensitive about that shit.
Yeah, it's that you can tell he's simple. I mean, there's plenty of Southern people that don't sound like that. So don't feel bad, Jake.
I know.
Don't feel bad, Jake. It's because you're stupid. But
What's
he's
up?
not going to listen to this.
I love it. Final Boss is one of the people. Good to see you, Final Boss. He kind of used to give me shit over the Jake stuff until Jake out of nowhere was like, "Fuck you, Final Boss," and then the Final Boss got it. He
Don't
got.
understand until
Yeah,
Jake is in your
right. Yeah,
realm, and then he's followed you on 19 platforms, and he's in your stream every day. So yeah, Jake's a fun ride. Final Boss, though, I really liked his penny clip the other day with the music in the background at the beginning when she was having her not stroke or whatever. That was
yeah,
really,
yeah, yeah.
I enjoyed his stuff.
So, Chris, I'm gonna stop this in a minute. We're actually gonna talk about like Penny and Haley, but right after this, I'm gonna play like literally like a 30-second clip Jake did on you today. I don't know, have you seen that yet? About how you manipulated him, Chris? Like, how dare you, Chris? How dare you manipulate Jake?
That's not right, man.
Yeah. Wink, wink. Yeah.
Come on my show, the fans are waiting and the mics are aglow. Cool me up, don't you say no. Jay Hudson's begging, let's steal the whole show. Cool me up, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, cool me up.
All right, let's skip your song, Jake.
Here's the thing. I just want to say this.
His voice just makes me laugh.
I just want to say
He's gonna say, "Here's the thing."
that you got all these people out there that. Here's the thing. I have never said anything that is. Here, you want to hear something really funny?
That's classic Jake. Again, didn't finish the thought. I have never said anything that, and we have no idea. Because now we're on to the next
No idea.
thing.
He could have just cured cancer, and we just went off in a different direction.
Now he's gonna complain about people that get offended by him,
Oh, God,
even though he blocks everybody. Yeah.
That people get offended when people get offended because I have to do, because they say, "Oh, why are you doing this?"
What?
Why are you doing
This?
Here we go. Number one. What's number one, Jake?
Oh, God. Let's see how far down his fucking
why
list
are
he
you
gets.
Yeah, I don't think Jake knows what offended me. Like here's
There's none of
something
them,
else. Yeah, here's something else that it's not going to come up in this stream. But Jake, again, these are the delusions where Jake literally thinks that Steel Toe talks about him every day, and that he's afraid Steel Toe is going to come after him. I haven't heard Steel Toe mentioned. Not that I watch Steel Toe, right? Like, but I've seen a ton of clips. None of them have been like him going after Jake Hudson, right? Like, I know Jake used to be a big participator, like in the chat and on the phone for Aaron, like years ago. But that's in the past. And Jake still clings to that like it's a real fucking thing. And he used to think Stuttering John talked about him. I used to watch Stuttering John every fucking day. He never mentioned fucking Jake. And Jake thought,
I can't imagine he ever met. I don't remember him ever mentioning him. Yeah.
Yeah. And Jake was like, "Oh, Stuttering John, you know what? He's still talking about me because there was a thing where Jake was monetized for 1 month, right? And 1 month only because and I know the reasons, but I won't say.
Yeah, you don't have to go.
You probably figure it out, but Jake couldn't collect the money. Let's just say he didn't want to lose certain benefits. You may be using some fake social security numbers.
Jesus Christ.
Stuff like that, right?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So
that's what I wanted to hear from poor Jake.
So Jake was trying to do some shady under the table type shit. Lost his whatever, right? During that 1 month, Stuttering John sent him a $50 super chat.
Oh boy.
And Jake's was, you know what? You should have sent that to my Venmo. Dude, I have watched that fucking video, and I don't want to defend Stuttering John, but fucking Christ, Jake was monetized at the time and was like asking, he was thrilled to get that $50 super chat. Never asked John the Venmo him shit. You know what I mean?
That's fucked up, man. That's fucking funny though.
Yeah, he just twisted all around or whatever. It's fucking crazy.
Number one, I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because I'm being forced to say. hold on. Here's the thing. I'm not. I. So I have a question for a lot of you guys. For all you guys that think that I'm this.
Yeah.
Do you think that I like having to come on here with no viewers? Just sit here in silence, waiting for somebody to pop on. Having to sit here and wait for someone to
What about,
pop
hey,
on.
Ashley is there.
Yeah. Hey, sweetheart.
Yeah. Hey, Ashley. I'm just. How you doing, sweetheart? You know, and I just want to say this. I don't like how when I do streams. Actually, I did send you a link if you want to come up. I did send you a link to your email if you want to come up, sweetheart.
Sweet.
Sorry, I'm a
I love it.
I'm a little. I don't get people. DJ's here. How you doing, TJ?
All right, fuck TJ. All right, yeah, we'll just stop it there. But fucking again, the advice I've given Jake is, dude, plan your fucking streams. Don't just hit live and send out. I can't imagine the number of people that get links from Jake. I get links from every time Jake goes live. I get the link 3 different times. I get it in my personal DM. I get it in this group DM chat, and I get it in my email. I get it 3 fucking times, and I know I ain't the only one that gets it. Like, so he sends out hundreds of fucking links every time he goes live. And this guy TJ, he knows because they used to be on the same wrestling show like 10 years ago.
I was gonna say, what were they on, like the same like League of Legends team or something?
Yeah,
like,
dude,
what's
it was a wrestling fucking call-in podcast, and that's how they met and everything. Right?
Oh,
So
God bless America.
yeah, so that's why we'll stop here because they just got every time TJ comes on, it just goes straight into wrestling talk, and I'm done. I'm good.
Well, good. At least Jake can distract himself with who the latest Intercontinental Champion is. That makes me happy.
But at least he talks about something here, I guess.
At least he has something. I didn't know he had something besides this. That makes me happy, actually, as a human being. It's perfect that it's wrestling because that makes sense. But because what else would it be? It wouldn't be fucking archaeology or how fish eat. It's wrestling.
Yeah, no, 100%. Jake loves his. I've had a talk with someone like this. Like almost every autistic kid I know likes wrestling. I don't know why, but I mean in my real life.
Yeah.
It's fucking, so there's got to be something to it.
I remember growing up there was a kid in like the youth center he had Downs. Yeah. And he knew everything about wrestling. He was just like, he was psyched into it, like more than the biggest fan you've ever met. So whatever it is about it that it locks in for them, cool. But I don't know.
Yeah. What the fuck just happened? Sorry, guys. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Okay. There we go.
MSIP has a good question for you.
What do we got? Let's see. What do we got, Mr. M? Mr. Mike, do you still get the link from Jake now, Nick? I'm just asking because you own this massive salary of $10.
You owe him.
Yes, I still get the link. And Mike, I know you were one of 2 people that knows about my payment to Jake.
That convinced him that he needed to owe money or something? Or
I think you're even behind it.
Yeah, there are people that got in Jake's ear.
Yeah. I gotta get around to doing it. Maybe I'll try and get it done tomorrow morning. And then when he gets the money, I'm sure we'll all fucking hear about it. I'm sure it'll be a thing. Oh my god. Yeah. There's gonna be a little story behind it. And then maybe I'll be vindicated by Jake because there's a reason. There's a reason this hasn't been like fucking. Well, I should have paid by now. If I was gonna pay. I can't say I shouldn't have by now, but there's a reason he didn't get it within like fucking 24 hours or whatever the fuck he demanded.
I'm sure it was a reasonable reason too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Jake deserves that.
You know what sucks is like I was on with Wendy, the slow adult, the other day, and this came up, and she's like, I don't know if you know this, but Wendy loves Eckel, and I mean she loves me too, but I'm like the fucking sidekick that she loves, like the friend, she loves Eckel, like she has a crush on him, and Eckel had her on the 24-hour stream for like 20 minutes, something like that, just to let her on so she get like a little thrill.
Sure.
And when she found out that Jake's like demanding money and Eccles, might pay it, she's like, OG, if Eccles gonna pay Jake, then I deserve, And I'm like,
that's
this
the
was
problem.
the problem, right?
That's exactly
yes.
the can of worms that opens by Jake
Yes.
out of nowhere demanding after the fact. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't. And it blows my mind because Jake never pays anybody. Like I've done Jake's show dozens and dozens of times.
Yeah.
Never got a cent, right? I've actually paid Jake a couple times. Just first time I ever had Jake on, I gave him money just because I felt bad. I wanted to ease. Like Jake was sketchy about me because of how the person he met me through, he didn't like, so he didn't know if I was gonna be a wackadoo or whatever. But
Fair
so
enough.
I'm like, Jake, I'll give you come on, buddy. I think I gave him $15 or something like that. At the time he was complaining that KB owed him $15, so I'm like, I'll pay the $15. Yeah. So, and it's funny because I was like, Jake, don't tell anybody. Cause like I'm not monetized. I don't pay anybody. This was a while ago. Back when, really when I fucking, had hardly anyone watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to set some standard here, Jake, where people expect their money. And right when he's getting ready to leave the stream, it was like me, Liquid Cryptid, Ava, and Jake. And he's like, OG, are you gonna send that thing? Are you gonna like? He just couldn't help himself. I'm like, yeah, Jake. After the show, when I get off, I'll fucking send it to you. And it's like
because you
fuck,
couldn't play dumb because then he would have given more detail to everyone else.
Yeah.
So
I was like, Jesus, dude. But
well, he's not couth.
Right. But he is like, and I get partly why he's money obsessed, but it's just too much.
Well, also, if you're also skimming from the government, you probably shouldn't be too money obsessed from people in public. But hey,
No,
whatever.
yeah,
It's
very
not my
true,
business.
very true. All right, Chris Thompson. I don't know if you're still here, but this is a little short that Jake did about you today.
With Chris Thompson, I am no longer friends with him. He wanted me. Here's the thing. I apologize to Araya. For what happened. I was told by Chris to go into Gino and Keanu's chats and say that you were a liar. You haven't been a liar, Araya. You are not a liar. Chris is the liar. Chris is the liar and the manipulator. I love you guys. I hope to talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Bye. I am no longer friends with Chris Thompson.
I love like today.
Today, I love the breaking news.
Yeah,
this is a breaking news segment, right?
I thought he shaved his head.
Did he really recently?
I thought he did recently, didn't he?
Oh, not that I know of. This came out at best. This came out yesterday, but it's
okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
We
got a good view of his shoulder the whole time.
Yeah.
Fucking dipshit.
And oh my god, I just love like Jake said the opposite of this for months. And I bet nothing happened to change this, like for real. And then and I know at some point he's gonna go back. Like 3 months from now, Chris, I'm sorry. Araya manipulated me. It's just gonna.
He flip flops a lot.
Yeah.
He's like some. Yeah, there's some other people like that we know, but he flip flops a lot, Jake, because he, like I told you, he'll spaz out on you, and then the next day he's apologizing. So
yeah. I think I've told people this. Like Ava and I had like a talk on this once, and she's like, Ava and I love talking politics, which we won't get into. But she's like, she's like, Jake's like that. He's like that fucking corporate politician who just has to go where the money is and just like, oh, if he thinks he has a better shot of fucking getting money or getting shit from this person,
which will lead to money. Yeah,
he'll say this, and if it doesn't work out, he'll do a 180 and he'll say, like again, I can't even tell you how many times he said Ava manipulated me. It's like whatever anyone thinks of Ava, I've seen her in action with Jake. She is better than Jake than fucking anyone I've seen, and he still fucking stabbed her in the back. She's giving him so much money. Fucking every once in a while she'll bust his balls and immediately tell him it's some of the funniest shit you've ever seen, right? Like last time Jake tried to get money from her on my channel, and she's gonna give him $50, and she's like, oh, you know what, Jake? I forgot you were just on with Shuli, and he's like, no, I fucking hate Shuli. You know what? He's gonna wake up to a fuck you. You blocked him. Like he just
Hey, fuck you.
yeah, whatever he's gotta fucking say to fucking. And she's like, Jake, I'm just fucking with you, you know. So yeah, Jake's done this shit. Yeah, he'll pay people like change to get them and then get them to come on. He's done it to Chad multiple times.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bag. So Venmo is just losing money on stupid transactions.
So I'm sure everyone knows when Stutter and John came back a while back.
Their time.
Do you remember? I'm guessing you were here when Stutter and John came back. And Chad did this thing where he pretended to get like all these expensive Venmos.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, that was one of the better pranks they ever pulled on him. Yeah,
yes,
because at first he went, "Oh, I don't need anything," and then as soon as he started seeing some money, it was all fake.
Right.
And then they had fucking Tony Mazer, and he started getting fake chats too, and John was really pissed.
It probably went unnoticed, but John obviously read his real Venmos and his real PayPals. Yeah. And at one point, John's reading them off, and he's like, Ellis Hudson with 72 cents. Like it was less than $1. It was fucking hilarious because it was Jake. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, that's fucking funny. And I also know that John has also at times when he puts up his Venmo, people send him the thing where it's like he owes me money.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He has to actually cancel it out, and a few times he's been stupid enough to accept it. So,
Uncle Jack and I did that to Jake one night. We were streaming together with Jake, and it was like
the request.
It was like this. It was like 2 a.m, and we're like, I think it was Jack's idea. He's like, you know what, dude? Let's send Jake Venmo requests.
It's a good prank because if they're stupid, they'll accept it if they don't realize what it says.
So I remember, I think I streamed with him like 2 days later. I'm like, "Hey Jake, did you get me and Uncle Jack's Venmo request? You guys almost got blocked over there." It's like, okay,
almost got blocked. Should I put on my tombstone?
Like, fuck. All right, so now we're gonna focus on. Should we just talk about it? You think, or should we like watch a clip?
I mean, I don't know what clips you would want to watch. Today's thing was pretty, crazy with Penny.
Yeah.
What have you seen? Let's go into it. We're talking about Penny and Haley, everyone.
Yeah. So I feel like I've seen bits and pieces of like fucking. I don't know if I've actually watched the clips myself. I've just watched shows watching the clips.
Yeah.
And
today on Penny and the Dork, they tried to show, I believe, the genesis of their feud.
Yeah. Okay.
From what I understand.
From DabbleCon.
You correct me if I'm wrong, because I learned about it. I didn't understand how this all started, but it was that when Penny and Darren sat down next to Ethan and the pill girl at Vegas, and then Haley covered it. Haley covered it and made Penny look a certain way or whatever, and Penny didn't like that. And that's from what I understand how it started.
Yes, I do remember that. Actually, I think it was. I don't think Darren was. I think he was off doing something else. I think Penny was actually there with
Tommy Jordan.
Tommy Jordan, yeah.
They said Darren was. I think Darren. At least today, he said he was there too, and he was on the other side. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I never saw him in the video, but yeah, I remember. Is the
this is Ziggy, everyone.
There we go.
This is Ziggy. He's sleeping. It's nighttime over here.
What's up?
Well, it's not too night. It's earlier than it is for you guys. It's only 11:41 here.
Oh, there you go.
But he's a good boy. He chills for me on the stream. If you want to watch me stream, he's on every one. So
every once in a while, my dog Hopper makes an appearance. She's I think she's sleeping with my wife. I just said my dog's sleeping with my wife. That's
I mean, I'm not. I wasn't going to make a big deal about it, but
I'll just let it go. It is what it is. But
Ziggy rules. Thank you, Scott. But yeah, that's what I saw today. And there was some side story about Darren didn't pack T-shirts for Vegas, so then Haley was going to give him a T-shirt,
Yes.
and she didn't give it fast enough, and then they tweeted at each other. It's really what I was confused about. It seemed like it started from childish shit, and it certainly did. And it's just gotten to the point where it's pulling up police. I don't know how Nick Rekieta fits into it, pulling up police reports. I don't understand what's going on. It just has gone way too far, in my opinion. So
yeah, it started off pretty fucking like petty, if I recall.
It seemed like two chicks fighting. No offense, I hate to say that out there to the crowd, but it was two. They were both commenting on looks a lot.
Yes,
it was a lot about looks and how you did something at an event. Like it wasn't. That was really it. It was surface level shit. It didn't seem like anything deep. So
yeah. So I'm gonna try. This will be interesting because I'm gonna try and put the bias aside because
sure,
I've had many interactions with Penny. I've hardly interacted with Haley, just like in the chat. Part of it is, and again, I've said this multiple times, but I gotta stress it. I'm very self-aware. Haley is very good at what she does. She's prepared. Production's great. She talks. She speaks well. Her shit just isn't for me. I've tried watching her a bunch of times, and it used to just bore me.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it's just this, like, and I literally don't mean. I know that's an insult, but I don't mean it as an insult. Like, I was on a stream the other day with a bunch of people, and they were asking me about Eckel and stuff, and they were like, I think it was Bacon's stream. Yeah, one of his birthday streams. And yeah, one of them was like, yeah, I really like Eckel. He's like a nice dude, but I just don't, his show, stuff is not for me. And I was like, yeah, like that's fine. Like, I'm not going to fight you on that. Like, I like watching Eckel, but if it's not your style, then that's fine. It's not,
that's a fair, that's a legitimate.
Yeah.
Like I do non-Dabbleverse stuff, so I don't expect people from, if I post it in Dabbleverse chat and they come in and they say, oh, he's talking about a movie. That's not a slam necessarily. I agree with you on Haley because it's like I've tried to tune in before, but it's nothing exceptionally different from how other people do clips.
Yeah.
And it's one person talking. It doesn't grab me. It's nothing that I need to see, I'm not an NLO guy, so I don't follow her I understand they're close. I'm not in that universe. So to me, she's just someone else out there. So I'm not really on a side here. Me and Penny butted heads originally because I trolled her in chats and she would fly off the handle because that's what she does.
Yeah.
And then eventually she kind of stopped doing that. And we came to a good understanding, me, her, and Darren. We're all cool now. So I've been very friendly with them recently, but it's seeing things like this, like today, was kind of sad. And I was like, it's not a good look for Penny. I think she, even though I don't know who drew first blood as far as going deep here. And again, I don't know how Nick Rekieta works into this, but it's like, it just seemed that Penny was going a little farther than Haley's been going recently. That's just me. So
yeah, I'm trying to remember whoever drew first blood. It wasn't even really blood. It was either, like I said, it was either Haley with, like you were saying, going over the fucking Ethan Ralph and
yeah.
What's her face shit, or it was them making comments about. I remember comments about her. There was a picture. I think there was a picture of Haley and Buckman.
Sure.
That the legend story goes, Stallion 19, you're a clipper. You may know this stuff better than me. I actually still don't know the truth on this, but I believe there was a picture of Haley and Buckman from Hackmania 3 that Buckman put up and then took down. And then the story was Haley asked him to take it down because it was unflattering picture. And this is something I do sympathize. Look, I know how women. I'm fucking married. I know how. I was gonna say
works. That's not outside of the universe. That's something that happens. Yeah,
women
day.
Hate everyone. No, even men. I'm not fond of unflattering pictures of me, but women, even more so, they hate that shit.
Yeah.
And this is something where I have to defend Haley because I saw them posting certain things or whatever. Look, you can't. I am firsthand proof you can't go by pictures. And here's a quick story on me. When I graduated high school, I weighed 145 pounds and I'm 6 feet tall. skinny as a fucking rail, because my junior year I saw a fucking picture of me and I was like, fuck, I look like that. Not that I was fat, but I was heavier than I thought. So I started. Ironically, it wasn't really like a low cal diet. It was like a low fat diet. I was eating fucking cereal, fucking cut bread, and I was fucking doing all this like walking exercise. So I became a rail. And I showed my buddy a picture. He's like, dude, you were never that big. It's just how the fucking picture, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like if you get caught at the wrong fucking angle,
Yeah.
just one bad, because it's catching you in a millisecond of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, they were showing stuff of Haley looked like she had double chin. It was an angle and like a millisecond of a fucking stop. So
Yeah. Well, and again, you're in Vegas. It's not like it's hot out. You're not necessarily getting dressed up. You're just out hanging out during the day. You're not putting on your finest, whatever. It's just you're doing your thing. I don't even know what the fucking pictures are, because again, I probably didn't know who Haley was until after Hackmania. So, and I wasn't there or anything. I'm just saying, it's like this stuff just happens. It didn't seem like it would go to this level, is what I'm getting at. I
Right.
guess. So, and I don't know. Yeah. So, does anyone in the chat know where Nick Rekieta came in? Why he was digging up stuff about Haley, or is that, I don't get it. I don't know.
Oh, I thought yeah, I didn't even know about that. I thought Haley, I must be wrong. I thought she took like Nick's side over Aaron and a bunch of stuff. I didn't even know Nick was doing stuff on her.
Well, I thought she did, but I'm again in the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could have sworn a couple weeks ago the person that broke, maybe it was a Twitter that's like Rekieta's something, and I'm assuming it's Rekieta, but it's a different Rekieta like fake Twitter thing.
Gotcha.
But they're the one who broke the thing, like, Haley did time for heroin and this and that and blah blah blah.
Okay.
So I was assuming that he was the one who did it because he could get access to the shit, as A. Thompson just pointed out. So, but yeah, I just didn't understand why he had a dog in the fight to do that against Haley, because I thought they were friends. And again, it's like, it does seem like a low blow, because I don't remember Haley going after Penny's history or anything. So it's just, I don't know, teach their own how you proceed in the Dabbleverse. But
I've seen her go after other people's, but not Penny's, to be fair.
Well, fill me in then, because I don't know the history. I don't want to come across how far has Haley gone and what has she done to, like, just give me one person for example.
All right, so here's I gotta be totally honest. I was trying to be as careful as I could on this shit when this stuff was first breaking.
Sure.
First, real quick, A. Thompson, believe it or not, there is a stream where I did say what high school I graduated from, which probably wasn't too smart of me. So it is out there if you just happen to find it.
Go comb through the episodes.
Yeah, if you want to go through everything, you can find it.
And he made it private, so
yeah. There was a reason I did it too, but then later I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Probably should have done that.
But no, it was not too smart.
Not too smart.
And I know you're AB and not ABC anymore, because Echo yells at me when I call you ABC. No, actually, it was not in Boston. I'll say this because I did mention this earlier. When I was younger, I was originally from Roslindale, and have moved around. I lived in Everett at another point, but I have moved around a bunch. So I was not in Boston when I graduated high school.
I was in Massachusetts, though, guys.
Yes, I was still in Mass, but I wasn't in Boston. So, yeah. So, like I said, Haley's not really my cup of tea. And I would try to watch her if you, like, Eccles friendly with her. Like, here's what's funny, man. Like, there is some tiny truth to the Get Along gang as far as I'm concerned. Even though I'm friends with a bunch of the people. Like, I really... There is some truth. They don't want to trash each other. They protect each other. They have like similar viewers, so you don't want to piss them. Like there is some truth to that. Yeah. Not the way like certain trolls tell it, but there is some truth to it. Right?
Sure.
So yeah, Echo and some other friends, people I stream with, they like Haley. So I would try to support her at times and give her, not that she needs my view, but I would check it out, and I would end up watching for a little bit and always bail. Number one, she was always on when I was at work, so I couldn't like give it my full focus. But yes, I was next to Dorchester, right near Dorchester. What's up, Dan? Good to see you. I was just actually giving you a little praised Aaron that there was some truth to the get along gang. Um, like I said, not entirely the way it's told, but I truly believe there is some truth to that. But yeah, so again, I am no Haley expert. So I asked people who watch her way more than me, and I was like, probably like 6 times I watched her, I was like, I feel like every time I watched her, she was like going through somebody's legal troubles. So I was like, there was some woman named Letity or something like that. I don't even know who she is. There was Aaron stuff. I'm trying to remember, but I'm like, I literally go, is that just a coincidence or not? And
Yeah.
both of them essentially said, nah, that's pretty much what she does. Not every episode, but she does a lot of that shit with people. So
Yeah.
I'm not someone that can give you a ton of specific besides like Letity
No,
and Aaron and stuff
to be
like that.
fair, though, you saying Aaron did ring a bell because
Yeah.
everybody went really far into Aaron's legal battles. Now, the only thing I will say that's slightly different, they were all fairly, they were all in the modern, they were all currently happening.
Yeah.
Whereas Haley's, it was like, let's go dig up dirt. So that's the only differentiation I can see. However, I do understand if she set the precedent of doing this stuff, I can see the argument of it's okay to go back. I'm surprised at, like, if the news goes out there, fine. But Penny kind of, instead of just like letting the news be out there and then continuing her stream and taking the W, she's like really like dancing in the end zone way too long and making it a big deal. And now it's wrapped around where it's like, is Penny even right anymore? And then, out of nowhere, I don't know what you saw today, but then Quad dropped some bombs about Darren that were not nice. And Penny was very affected by those. So it's what I mean? There's no, she thinks like it's like she could, if she left this alone, they probably wouldn't have brought that stuff up about Darren, in my opinion. So it keeps getting worse.
Yeah, this is why I don't like, okay, full disclosure, I gave some criticisms of Haley, and her chat went fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Just all of a sudden they just fucking pounce on you, and they can't see, and I get it to an extent, but it's like they're not listening. Like, I'm not giving the same criticisms that Aaron's giving. Like, I'm not, like, again, my point was, as a former addict myself, I've said this the other night, so I'm sorry for anyone that saw it. I'm repeating myself, but I understand how lucky I am in many ways that I was able to get sober, and some people aren't that lucky. And I am very lucky that I don't have much of a record. I have one fucking thing, and it's not even, it's fucking boring. It was over 20 years ago. I was on unsupervised probation for 6 months, and that's it. And it was called something like a continuance with all the findings. So I don't even know if it's still on my record. I don't even know. Like, I think you can still find it, but it's not like shows up. You have to, like, I think there's I don't know. But yeah, that's all there was. And I'm very lucky because obviously, as someone that was taking opiates almost on a daily basis, I would have taken it every day if I could have afforded to or gotten it every day. Yeah. But almost every day, like I said, I am either buying pills and drugs I'm not supposed to have, carrying drugs I'm not supposed to have, consuming them, right? I never sold, but I did everything else. And so all I needed was some cop to get a little fucking nosy, and somehow that fucking never fucking happened. So, and I know that's just dumb fucking luck.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to judge somebody else, including Haley, for that. That's why, but then it kind of bothered me that she seems to be grabbing people's legal docs. Yeah, that's another one. I think she dug into Keanu and Gino's. I think she accidentally doxed their address at one point. Chad, am I right? I think it was her.
To be fair, I could have sworn Gino doxed his own address. Was the
could have
story
been
I heard.
Too, but there's somebody's address. I want to say it was her and Pat Dixon were going through somebody's legal docs.
That
and
makes sense.
she forgot to blur out personal information or whatever.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, you shouldn't play in the mud if you don't want to get dirty and all that
right,
old stuff. I agree
like
with that 100%. It's just, I mean, there's the other thing. One of the things today that was bothering me is Penny's a known drinker, like a big
yeah,
drinker,
yeah,
and she's saying, well, Haley, you're doing this thing, and I mean, first of all, kratom's legal. I don't do it. I've never had it, but I'm just saying, from what I understand, it's legal.
yes,
And second, it's like, are we really going to argue about, well, you did something 15 years ago and I do something now, but I get plastered every day, but it's legal. And it's like, are we arguing like those type of stones now of like, because it just makes you look bad again, where she's like, well, no, what I do is cool because I can get as drunk as I want just because it's legal. It's like, that's not a good thing. Like, just
yeah.
because it's
No,
legal. Like, so I think they're very similar in that way, that they're taking stuff and it's just what they want to take. It's just one happens to be less medically, I guess, liked right now. I don't know. I don't know a lot about kratom. I know that Ray DeVito takes it, and that's enough for me not to. So
um, yeah. Scotty? What are you talking about? Isn't it legal? I see it in Mass kratom. No,
I've
am I
only seen it
crazy?
as like gummies in like the fucking gas station and stuff. Which again, I'm not going to the gas station for anything besides
Yeah,
Red Bull and candy. Like that's not
I
lotto tickets.
I I live near a smoke shop, and I swear I see in the window. Like I don't go in there, but I
Yeah.
swear I see fucking
When
kratom.
I
All
used
over.
to live near a head shop, and you're right, they did
Yeah.
have kratom, but I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what the fuck it was. Yeah, I just assumed it was like the new version
Mm.
of salvia or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
either way, yeah, I don't know.
Um, Real quick, no, I didn't go to jail in fucking. I didn't end up going to jail. I was on probation. Even the charge, they fucking didn't arrest me that night. They mailed me a fucking court summons. I thought I got away with it, and they fucking mailed me something. Fucking. So, um, yeah, and I don't. Without giving too much away, I don't live in the Boston area currently. Again, I'm more in the
He's
small
not allowed.
city.
He's not allowed
Yes,
back there.
I'm in a much smaller city. Not not too close to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, yeah, no, I agree with you there on that part. Like again, even though like I like Penny, just because alcohol is legal, like alcohol to me is one of the more dangerous
Yeah.
drugs there are. And kratom's legal in certain places. Like, look, if Haley has that pain and is taking kratom instead of fucking heroin or fucking oxys, and
Yeah.
it's not a bad trade-off. Ideally it would be nothing, but that's not always possible. Like people
There's
just
levels to
yeah,
it. In my like,
yeah,
it's similar to how people when they go through rehab, a lot of times like cigarettes is okay.
right, yeah,
Because it's like, we'll work on the fat later. We'll get you on, because that can take a little longer, ideally, to affect you, whereas heroin will kill you like now.
yeah,
So you can use the cigarettes for a little bit as like a crutch in between, and for a lot of people, I understand it's very helpful. Not saying that's ideal, but it's just there are levels to things that you can use to try to whatever
yeah.
survive.
I know a guy who I landscaped with for many years, and he was a heroin addict like in the 80s and 90s, and he's been on methadone ever since I've known him, like over 20 years, and
Yeah.
he's tried to get off it at certain times. And believe it or not, I think he's like in his early 60s now, and it's like, well, this is it, because it's like it's just how he's going to be the rest of his life, because if he
Yeah.
gets off of it, he fucking relapses or whatever. So
I've heard that that's the cliche or the whatever the word on methadone is, that it's like it's just another thing that you'll be addicted to then. So, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah, it's not good for you, but it's better than
it's better than heroin and
yeah.
stuff. It's
So
just still, it's
it's
not,
yeah,
it's a stopgap.
yeah.
And
You
you're
got to
stuck
make
with it. So
these choices at times, So
yeah, of course, yeah, it's tough.
yeah.
Man.
So again, something else that Penny's been doing, I'm not the biggest fan of is and I get it. People say shit when they're fucking mad and being attacked, but it's like she was supposedly going to be like a counselor a substance abuse counselor. And it's like, but if you're gonna insult people for being, there are other things. Look, if you don't like Haley, there's other things you can insult. Like again, I had criticisms of her that have nothing to do with her addictions or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Penny's gone there, but it's like, so I don't see a lot of sympathy. Haley's not wrong that there's not a lot of sympathy for the addict there.
Yeah.
She's even gone after Ava with some anti-trans stuff, and again, Ava goes after people, so she's fucking very fair game. You know, I'm not gonna, but
go after what they say. I mean, it's just like you lose the argument when you go after something sideways like that. Like, to me, it's just that's why when they start going after each other's looks,
right? I was
what
just
they
gonna
said
say
to
that.
each other, it's like, come on. Do you have nothing to respond with? Are you not creative or thoughtful enough to come up with a good response that you're just going to default to first grade? Hey, you're different than me. I don't know. That's
no, I agree. They've both gone after each other's looks, which I'm not a fan of.
Well, and they're both middle-aged or whatever you want to call it, women, where there's not going to be no one's going to win by hurting each other's feelings. In my opinion, it's not, just don't do it, ladies, because you don't want to fucking get your feelings hurt. Don't start doing it to the other lady. So
right, and once you get to, no, I'm not trying to be a dick, but because I'm in that age group too, pretty much, and it's like, it's all downhill from here. I know that. I'm not gonna. I was not that it matters, but I was a decent looking guy in my 20s and 30s. Well, I'm getting close to 50 now, and I'm on the decline. I know this, so you ain't gonna hear me talk about nobody's fucking looks at this fucking point. Yeah, so it is odd to me that they do that. It's like neither one of you should give a fuck at this fucking point. I know women care more than men, but I believe they're both happily married, so it's like your fucking your husband okay.
I wouldn't worry about this stuff.
Yeah, don't worry.
It seems like there's a lot more going on in Penny's life that she should be worried about. I'm not trying to tell her that in like a negative way. I'm just saying it seems like picking these fights is not. I don't know if you need that right now.
Oh, are you, Scotty? Yeah. I'm still a few years away, but I'm a lot closer to 50 than 40, so, it is what it is at this point. Technically, I'm closer to 45 than 50. That's all I can hang on to at this point. But
there you go. Yeah, you keep doing that. Closer to 49 than 50 at this point.
Yeah, that's true as well. Oh, holy fuck. All right. Latanya, I'm not believing it. Would you try telling me you were like, I forget how old you tried
I don't
telling
believe
me.
that at all. No offense.
Yeah.
Good evening, Latanya. I apologize. I didn't want to interrupt Nick earlier, but good evening. I don't think you're that. Yeah, she said that. I can't imagine her being that old.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying it. Yeah, Fall River. You talking about Chris Herron? Yeah, there's a really good ESPN 30 for 30 on Chris Herron if people want to check it out at some point. He local Mass guy. Went to Boston College and then went to I think Fresno. Got drafted in the NBA, traded to the Celtics. Supposed to be the next big thing, but got hooked on the fucking oxys and then the heroin.
So it's not as bad as what's his name from the Celtics. Also, he got drafted and died on draft night.
Oh, Len Bias, yeah.
Len Bias, that was the saddest fucking shit.
Yeah.
He went from the draft party to a college party. He got coked up and died. Poor kid.
Yeah. Fuck, ironically, ESPN's got a 30 for 30 on that too, than on him fucking dying. Yeah.
I can't wait for the 30 for 30 on the Deion Sanders Colorado Buffaloes. That's going to be something. But I don't want to get into sports talk.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna one quick thing. There's this part in the Chris Herron one where he's literally talking about he's fucking in the Boston Garden in this fucking warm-up suit in the fucking shooting around about to start the game, and he's waiting for his fucking dealer to show up, and the dude's fucking late. And like 10 minutes before the game, he fucking leaves the warm-ups, runs outside in the rain, fucking gets his oxys or whatever, fucking runs in the locker room, fucking pops them, and fucking heads on the court. Like, that's fucking crazy to me. Like, and I understand because I went through
that's
that.
The hold these things have on people. Yeah, it's nuts, man.
So I totally get it, but it's just I can't imagine being at that high level of your life and fucking Christ. He's literally like, yeah, if I don't get these things, I ain't fucking playing tonight, sort of fucking thing. It's fucking crazy. But anyway, yeah. So did I caught part of their show today. Penny and Darren.
Penny and the dork.
And I popped in after the prostate cancer announcement, so I knew nothing about it like while I was in the chat, and then I went back and was like watching what I missed, and then I saw that, and I was like, that was a very subdued Penny during that whole thing. And
Yeah, I still don't know 100%. Maybe again, if someone in the chat could correct us, did Quad break that news the night before on BYB? Someone said.
oh really?
From
Yeah,
what because
okay.
they had a stream like we're going to address things, and I assumed, oh, they're going to address Haley.
Yeah,
But don't quote me, guys, but I thought BYB Quad said something about Darren's something about Darren's privates, and that he was dealing with the old casino, and I think that's why the stream started so subdued, with Penny being really quiet and stuff, and then she got ramped up at a couple points. But I think that's how it went down. I don't think it was in the chat that someone said it. They came into their stream today ready to talk about Darren stuff. Now, how Quad knew, apparently they told him at Hackamania, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why you would tell Quad.
yeah, I saw that in the chat. The accusations. Penny was saying she had a free card or whatever, and
I was saying what? Sorry,
you didn't see that part. Something like
there
was accusations that because Darren has ED, that she had permission to, with.
Oh God! And her choice was Quad.
Well, no, I believe.
How do you go from one broken gas pump to another one?
Let me break it down. What I'm saying is, the accusation is she was hall pass, that she was drunk and telling people this, like not hitting on them, but just kind of like
fishing, seeing if anyone's dick started to move when she mentioned it, instead of crawled into his inside of the body like mine is right now.
So Darren came that no, there is no hall pass. He would end like most husbands. Don't blame him. There ain't no fucking hall pass. So then I don't think he thinks that Penny said anything. So that was one of the weird things. Like, did Penny actually say that or not? And I guess we're not going to know. But
no, they confirmed it today, basically. I think, because instead of just ignoring it, being like, "Oh, I don't know what Quad's talking about," they came out and had an episode addressing it. And if part A is real, then there's a good chance part B is too. Is my, you know what I mean?
I hope not.
I don't know,
like
man.
That's
first of all, I hope Darren gets better. I hope he's all right.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
It sounds like he had surgery already. They said, or a couple of years ago, they did some type of prostatectomy. Maybe I don't want to be wrong, but I could have sworn he said today it was a prostate thing. They had it taken care of. Hopefully, he's doing well, because he seems like a cool dude. Yeah, they both seem cool. I don't like Penny. In doses is all right. It's just I don't do well around like hyper drunk aunt energy. Like, that's never been for me. Yeah. Drunk grandmas are not my thing. So like I don't vibe with that. Darren seems pretty chill.
No, I get it, man. Like I have trouble with both ends of that spectrum. And just full disclosure, not going to go in the specifics, but I did message both of them and wish him the best, because that cancer obviously sucks. We've all been through it with our family, and if not personally. So I hope him the best. I would do that with anybody in the Devilverse.
It's like the most. You don't wish that upon enemies, friends, or not. It doesn't matter, because that's like, it's like a random fucking just evil thing that comes from inside you. There's no, it's just. So I hope Darren gets better, and whoever else has it, God forbid.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No. But when you're talking about the drunk, hyper drunk, like, especially as a sober person, like, that drives me nuts. But I also, believe it or not, I struggle with people who talk. I think this is part of the reason I didn't find Haley entertaining, is it's kind of like low, and I know this is rich coming from me because I have a very monotone voice myself, but at least I'm a little animated. Like, she's kind of like, like there's a guy in the Dabbleverse. Actually, he's not really in the Dabbleverse, but I've met him on shows of Dabbleverse people, and he wants to do like a political stream with me and somebody else we're friends with, and the dude, I like him, but he has like the most monotone voice and talks so fucking slow. Like I want to like rip my fucking skin off. Well, sometimes when I'm streaming because I want to be like, dude, just get to the point. Like just.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then like this person said that, and you're just like, oh my god, dude. And again, I hate being an ass because like I said, I'm not fucking good at this either, but at least have a little life in there,
Your
bro.
voice
At
goes up.
least,
You can tell when you're talking and when sentences
yeah,
end and stuff. Yeah, it's
right.
definitely
And
it's a little different. Yeah.
I may mumble and stuff, but like I'll get to my point. Like sometimes it takes forever for this guy to get to what he's saying, and you're just like, fuck, dude. So yeah.
I can't tell with Darren also if today there was a clip going around. I downloaded it because someone, I think AB actually posted it on Twitter, where Darren goes like, "Yeah, all the times I've talked about divorcing Penny,
Oh yes,
I
that's a good
said
one to bring up.
it's because she's an alcoholic or because of the alcohol." He didn't call her an alcoholic, but he essentially called her an alcoholic, and it's just like, bro. If you say that if you have to talk about that more than once, there's probably an issue that you should address. You shouldn't just be skating by once a week talking to your wife about like, I'm going to divorce you someday because you drink too much. Like that's fucked up, man. And I can't tell because he seems like he's chill and he can't stand when she gets like that. But he seems like a good dude. And he stands by his woman kind of thing. So
Oh.
I don't know, dude. It's yeah. Hey Thompson, this is a Shorkie, so it's a Shih Tzu Yorkie. His name's Ziggy. Follow on Instagram, Sandro and Ziggy on Instagram. He's we're going towards 5,000 followers, please. Almost there.
Yeah, I really wasn't talking about Darren the Final Boss. You probably don't know the person I'm talking about. I met this person either on like Jake Hudson's stream or Bobby Nix or one of those guys. So yeah, you probably don't know who he is. And again, nice guy, but he talks slow and he drinks a lot. So when he's shit faced, he talks even slower, and it's like, So it's the opposite of like Penny gets all ramped up. This guy just gets more and more subdued. The fucking drunker he gets, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I think Darren checks out of his own stream sometimes as he's just kind of monitoring what Penny says.
Yeah, I always, dude, yeah, I forgot about that comment he made about if I ever divorce her, I've said it because of the drinking.
Well, he did, and it's like it seems like he said it before because the way she looked at it, it felt weird, man. When people have referenced it before, and then I don't know if you saw the stream on the weekend, they were there, and after like a couple minutes, people were like, "Hey, is Penny all right?" Like,
yeah,
she was slurring and stuff, and Darren was doing he was really concerned, and then eventually she talked him out of it, and she was back on stream, and luckily she's all right as far as we can tell, but something seemed very off that night. So I don't know.
Yeah, I had discussions with people that. So actually, ironically, I put them on during the second stream, and they were referencing the first one, and so I checked out clips after, and again, I went on Bacon's birthday stream, so it got talked about there.
Oh yeah, probably that makes sense. Well, his streams were like 19 hours long. I don't know how.
Yeah, they were super long. Yeah, the only thing, and I hate. That's possible, A. Thompson. That's
Well, they were insisting she hadn't drank yet that day, but it did seem to me like pills. Not that not like I've taken them, but like Xanax, I know for a fact. Well, Xanax I've taken. Even a little bit of Xanax can fuck you up bad, and the minute you start mixing alcohol with it,
oh yeah,
it's nuclear. And I know that Penny's an expert, but something was very different about her speech that day. She was slurring. And not making sense. She called Darren her wife at one point. It was just, I don't disagree with Dave Sarah that it's fun. But I don't use it for recreation. I use it for, I've used it for plane rides. And the problem is, even if I take like a half, it basically makes me wonked the next day too. So I try not to take it anymore because I don't like losing a day. It's a young man's pill, not for Alex.
Yeah, I was a weird druggy Dave that I don't like benzos. I just not my thing.
I'm too laid back as it is. I need something to hit me. I don't know. That was my thoughts about the Saturday thing. At least today's was a different beast. Today's was very aggressive.
Yeah, it was funny when I saw clips, and I didn't think she looked that bad. But then when I went back and watched some of it, like I feel like some of the worst parts were clipped out, which was just, I'm guessing coincidence. But
Yeah.
yeah, the benzo thing crossed my mind, and sneaking drinks that Darren didn't know about crossed my mind.
Yeah. Which you'd think would be hard to do because, well, then again, I don't know if he might have just been lying to us to make her not look bad.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Not my business. But he might
Yeah.
have been doing that to make her not look bad because as far as we know, she always is drinking. Sometimes
got
she
that,
says it's
yeah.
water, but I don't buy that. I'm sorry. I know. I used to have college roommates that were drinking nonstop. Like that's what they would do. They would always use the same container and always have, it's not, if you're drinking water, usually you have it in like the water bottle or something. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. And then you don't start
Yeah.
slurring halfway through a bottle of water.
I actually defended her a lot that night on baking because from what I originally saw, because number one, I know what it's like to fucking struggle with words. I know what it's like to have a weird accent, like, so I think part of it's just the way Penny talks.
Sure.
But yeah, then when I saw more of it, there were some weirder shit than usual. So, I hate, again, I'm not accusing. I was just trying to go off best of my experience, like what it could have been. Like she
Yeah.
openly admits to love drinking. So again, sneaking drinks, sneaking nips or whatever crossed my fucking mind. And of course,
that was
yeah,
part of her
benzo
thing
crossed my mind.
when she was showing off about how when she was on vacation, she started her day with like a 4-shot drink at like 8 a.m. And I was like, that's powerful, dude. Like that at 8 a.m. That's so you're either a seasoned drinker or you're used to drinking all day, one or both. I mean, and to be like, but that's okay because it's legal. I was like, that doesn't make it cool. Though. Like you're not 21 anymore. Where it's like, hey, I got a drink. Isn't that fact alone cool? No, it's not. You're an adult. You just have as much as you want, but don't be sloppy. So I don't know.
Yeah. I feel there was a lot of hypocrisy going both ways.
Both
like,
ways, yeah. I don't
like,
think either side is innocent here. It's just it's sad that we got
like,
this far.
Yeah, Penny has every right to drink what she wants, but then it's like if you're gonna insult Haley for whatever she's doing, and then vice versa,
Yeah.
Haley's doing what she's doing, then, and I do think Haley, let's talk about her for a little bit. What do you,
Sure, yeah.
this is tough because I got part of what she said. I get lying or being a little dishonest to protect family 100%. Like I feel I'm pretty damn honest on this thing, but of course I leave certain things out or whatever because just to, you don't want, you got to protect family. I 100% agree. That's why, and of course this one's a little personal to me, but because it kind of affects, or not affects, but kind of references people like myself and
Yeah, no,
Echo,
it's
and I
close to
think
home, yeah.
I think Eckle was referenced in that she kind of took shots at people who have filters or masks and stuff like that. And trust me, man, I want to drop this thing in the worst fucking way at this point. I'm sick of it. A bunch of people have seen what I look like. The only reason I keep it is for certain people I don't trust, who I don't get along with or whatever, that they might start harassing my family again and stuff like that. That's the only reason. So I don't know if she realizes that's why most people that do it to protect their loved ones, jobs, whatever, from the
I didn't even know she made a comment about that because why would she be commenting about that? Because Haley uses filters, I guess that was the context there.
No, Haley made the comment.
Oh, Haley made the comment about.
I think, believe it or not,
or?
one of them was clearly referenced at Eckle. She didn't say Eccle's name, but so Eckle had said,
and I thought Haley was friends with Eckle. Jeez.
She is. They're friends, but yeah, this is part of what I found. This was the first time she went live to cover it, and like the long stream where the one where she denied the heroin selling and stuff like that.
Sure.
Eckle went live. That he goes live every morning. You might know that. Monday through Friday morning, and this was the morning before Haley came. So the accusations against Haley were out. The documents are out.
She hadn't responded yet.
But she hadn't responded yet.
Fair enough.
And Eccles said something to the effect of like, if he had to guess, he doesn't think that stuff is true. But if it is true, uh, did Haley think people weren't going to find out or something to that effect, right? And she kind of took that as an insult. Eckel did not mean it as an insult, but kind of like what she took it as like, what are you, stupid? You think people weren't going to find out? That's not how he said. You know, Eckel. That's not how he said it. That's not. But
I can't imagine. Yeah,
Yeah.
the context doesn't make sense there. But
that's
go ahead.
kind of how she took it. Like,
She
yeah,
took it wrong. Yeah,
she took it wrong, and so she made comments like, yeah, you know, I've always, of course, I knew it was going to come out sometime. I've always been me. I haven't hid myself or my face. I'm not behind a filter or pretending to be a fruit. So clearly, it was him. It was a fruit and filter, and addressing not something he had said or whatever. So
yeah.
yeah. So she was watching, and that fucking bothered her. But again, as I said, Eckel wasn't taking a dig at her. He wasn't like, "What the fuck? You think she was going to get away with this?"
It seems like some of these people are ultra sensitive too.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I mean, especially like you said about the Get Along gang. It's like I don't disagree with that to a point, because if these people are all hanging out in person, you don't want to create like an awkward situation where people can't sit with you at dinner or something, or sit with you, you know, to get food or to get to bar. I don't know. Fuck. It just, if you have a reason not to like someone, just don't like them and don't make a big fucking deal about it. You don't have to have a battle lines and stuff and fucking you can't talk to my friends, because and that's what this becomes with this horse shit. And it's just silly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Haley has a mod who was I think his name's Owen is really, but he goes by FKA some fucking shit. I forget what it
FKA
is.
Mammy, of course. Yeah.
Not Mammy, but yeah, it's hopefully I even get the letters right. But anyway, he was saying shit to me in Twitter, and then he really was not coming after me, but throwing out, they almost have like these talking points, so they assume everybody's the same. Again, I said in the chat to Haley, and the only question I was just like, you know, as a fellow addict myself, I don't go after people for their legal problems or their drug problems. I just, you know, wonder why you chose to cover a lot of that on your show and stuff like that. And this guy's like, Mumbling Nick, he wants to be a guy so bad, he's a troll. I'm like, dude, I'm not like, people don't have to like me, but I'm not a troll. In fact, most of the trolls don't like me because I'm not a troll, and I'm not into the trolling. And again, I'm very self-aware. I don't have the skill set to be a guy. I don't want to be a guy. I see what that entails. I see the smoke and the shit into your private life. I don't want any fucking part of that. Right. So, in fact, I've done opposite of, like, not that I ever could have been a guy, but there are certain things I could have done to get more attention if I wanted. Like, a couple weeks ago, I had Vegas Bear Sales Jerry on. I think it was on the first to have him on. If I attacked the dude, set him up, trashed him, ran him off, guarantee you TSN sending me the link. You know what I mean? But I didn't do that. And same thing when I had Joey C on. I've had opportunities, not a lot, but I've had a few opportunities where if I had done certain things, I guarantee you I'm getting links from certain people the very next fucking day. And I didn't do it because it's not my style.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be your game. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about that shit. So yeah, but because somebody had a valid whether you agree with it or not, a valid criticism of Haley, because I said I had a lot of the same shit Haley had during the same fucking time frame, and to me that's why I don't judge people. Or I'm not even saying she judges people. I mean, I think she does a little bit, but she's definitely critiquing and analyzing, and I get people like her shit was 16 years ago, whatever, and that I get why people say that, but that doesn't matter to me. I'm just like, okay, well, this person may get sober today, and then 16 years from now be fine, and then look, it's like everyone's on their own fucking timeline, dealing with their own shit. So that never mattered to me. But
well, I would never want to be the cause anyway that like potentially made someone go back to it or whatever, because I don't know what I don't know what's going to happen. Everyone, like you said, not that it's you putting drugs in someone's hand, But to like drum up some shit that's in her past, that she's got a family, she's moved on. Personally, I mean, I don't know the whole story, but when I saw like felony heroin distribution, and I'm like, but from 10 years ago, but she's been online at least 5 or 6 years now doing a stream. Like, so she wasn't in jail that long. Like, felony heroin distribution isn't like a slap on the wrist usually. So it's like something didn't necessarily add up on the face of it. And
Yeah.
either way, it's fucked up that it went this far. And maybe she learned her lesson about digging into other people's pasts. Then again, she kind of like monetized this. She put T-shirts out with her fucking mugshot on it and stuff. It's almost like she was ready for this to break, and was like, "Okay, I'll roll with it. I don't care. I don't know. That's me."
Yeah. I'm and maybe she knew this, but I'm like 99% sure that little Lemmy maybe she still does. She used to sell mugs with Granny's mugshot on it. So I don't know if that's where she got the idea.
I don't know if she still does, but
yeah.
Lemmy said she has a mug with. Because I do a show with Lemmy.
Yeah, you're right. You do a
Thursday
show
night.
with Lemmy. Yeah.
She has a mugshot with Aaron Imholt behind bars. She has one with Granny, and then she wanted one with the Haley to complete the collection. She said. So it's like, so yeah, I don't know if Haley got the idea from her, but Lemmy's psyched about it. So that was funny as shit. This is a good question from Voltaire. I did not know this. I don't know if it's true or not, or if this is just Go ahead, Nick.
Cyberbullying from Voltaire. Yo, Nick, did you see Lucy Typebox quit TSN due to cyberbullying from Shuli haters, Tukey, Karmic X, and others? Yeah, if true, I did not see. Yeah, man, some of these chatters in these groups, doesn't matter which show it is. Like I've said, the first person that ever threatened me and my children was a fucking TSN supporter. And at the time, I was a pretty big TSN supporter myself. But I dared just to be like, hey, it's not really cool to go after John's fucking kid. And like at the time, people were releasing, there were kind of like some sexual pictures of John's trans child.
Oh, I've seen the one. Yeah, I know the one.
The stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it was during that whole thing. And I was like, just saying it wasn't cool because the person ain't even in this thing. And I had a TSN supporter threaten me and then threaten my kids. And it was all these groups, they're crazy. Doesn't matter which group it is. They get their diehards, these tribal fucking people. I
think it's funny he said bullying from Karmic X. Is Karmic X really sending people after Lucy Typebox?
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah,
I know he made the joke last week that he's like, she sounds like a man. But I think Lucy's heard that plenty of times. Like I'm not close with her. I've talked to her a few times about like we've done a couple podcast things before. Like I don't think she gets affected. I can't imagine she actually left TSN unless they made an announcement. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
They get a lot worse stuff from TSN people than anything that we could think of.
Okay. Yeah, if they're saying Joe left, I'm guessing this isn't true. They're just saying shit. So if I'm reading this right. Yeah.
Well, this might be to any number of things. There's been a lot of comments in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of crosstalk.
Joe is a lowlife. Put aside the single wide crap he's... Oh, so maybe it is. I don't know. Not my business. Oh, no. He's saying Shuli knew, and so did Joe.
Oh,
that whole thing. I don't know.
That whole thing, I couldn't care less about at this point.
Either way, at this point, the guy's behind bars, and if anyone else was guilty, they would ideally be behind bars as well, because the FBI or whatever would have looked deeply into whoever ESO was talking to. Disagreeing with when Shuli announced it, I can totally understand people disagreeing with it, but I don't think it's something that needs to be litigated again.
No, it just won't. It won't die. Obviously, ESO's the biggest piece of fucking shit. We all agree. It's fucking. I've even said like his wife's a piece of shit. That's like underrated because if I recall, she knew about this fucking file with the 600 images way before she reported it, and only reported it during the divorce or some shit.
I could have there was something going on with it was earlier in the year than when the news broke, which is what matters, So I don't know. It just the whole situation is gross. It's fucked up. It's sad that there were kids affected. yeah. So I don't think it's I don't think it's funny to make light of it necessarily from the
No,
whole,
and
and the joke of the universe. There's a lot of stuff you can make fun of TSN for. You don't have to go into that stuff, in my opinion. So
yeah, and me, someone who's in the politics, like this issue sucks because
yeah,
so many people in the political world politicize this, and it's like there are disgusting pedos on the left, there are disgusting pedos on the right, and
yeah,
too many times certain right wingers only care about the pedos on the left, and certain left wingers only care about the pedos on the right. It's like, hey, a pedo's a pedo, motherfucker. Let's fucking go after all these fucking people. But yeah, they weaponize it into surely new, like that the version of that. It's like, oh my
yeah.
god, yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
like you think that would be like the one universal issue that we could all fucking get behind and be like,
Yeah, exactly.
pedophilia bad.
Well, and also, well, yeah, and also surely knew it became like it became like a widespread term. Whereas what it means is he knew 3 days before he announced it, not he knew like all along and was helping
Right.
ESO.
Yes.
Like it has it has a very big connotation from what people actually originally meant it for. And again, it's just taken on a life of its own. I personally believe, as much as the government and all that stuff's fucked up, with this stuff, if they're going into it and they're taking ESO down, anyone that he was connected to is getting taken down or already down by now. And that was years ago. So Shuli would not be just rolling around having fun at this point if he was involved. So just my opinion. But anyway.
Yeah, no. Well, I agree 100%. It's
Mhm.
it, people. It was a disgusting. We'll end it here, but it was this topic. I mean, it was a disgusting thing to make content out of. Like even TSN did it. Like even they hated it at first, and then they started accusing like John and Muttering Jay and Vince of fucking working with
It was,
ESO.
it was, I don't know what the point was. It was just to create subterfuge or what, but it was saying that, John knew earlier than they did. Again, it's just fucking move on, not us, but just move on from this shit, gentlemen. 100%. It doesn't make anyone look good. It doesn't make John look good to mention that they're a pedo network every day.
Yeah.
Nobody won in this. So that's the truth.
Yeah, god damn. All right, where are we at? Anything else on the topic?
Trying to think about the penny thing. No, it was just overarching. It was just unfortunate because even if Penny had a point, it's now devolved into 15 other fucking problems and talking about Darren's limp dick and his cancer. It's like that's not cool for anybody. And then on the other side, you got what's the next part of news that's going to break, or what's the next thing that's going to happen out between these people. It needs to fucking stop rather than keep getting worse. So I don't know. The Dabbleverse will find something else to laugh at. We don't need fucking two old women. No offense, or two ladies, whatever, fighting with you. I don't want to piss anyone off.
Yeah, yep.
But
yeah, just my personal opinion. I do think Haley. It wasn't a. Granted, I don't know what she knows, and I don't know what she was trying to protect, but lying about the heroin part, I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Because now other parts of it come into question. Like she says she knows nothing about the stolen car thing. It's like, well, do you really? And you just,
or are you just trying to cover up at this point because you hope people won't uncover that part? I don't know. I don't know any of these people in real life, and even if I did, I wouldn't be like friends. It's not like I became real friends with them by meeting them at Hackamania if I went. It's like you meet a version of someone that they're allowing you to see. You're not getting to know them over the course of months or years or whatever the fuck. So
yeah, that's why so the closest I ever came to going to a Dabbleverse event is WATP that did a thing in Boston. Fucking was either last year or earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year.
I forget.
And yeah, I don't have any like friends in real life that watch Dabbleverse shit. Like some of them know. I did have 2 coworkers from my last job find my shit on YouTube, which sucked because I made the mistake of I own a Between Two Hacks hoodie.
Okay, yeah.
So I wore that to work one day, and they asked me about it, and I was like, it's a buddy of mine's podcast. Didn't mention I was on it,
Yeah.
And Unfortunately, one of them got curious enough to look it up,
Oh
and
no.
then was like, "That's fucking Nick," and then found my shit, and then told the other one, and then yeah, I came to work that Monday, and sucked. Um, but yeah, I don't have like friends in real life that are into it, so it's like I didn't want to like, my wife thinks I'm fucking nuts for this. So some reason I just couldn't bring myself to go to like an event by myself. Granted, I would have met other dabblers or whatever there, but
Yeah.
it was just, yeah, I wasn't sure who was going to be there, so I didn't. At the last minute, I decided not to go.
Well, how far would it have been for you to go? Like how much of a
Uh,
drive?
yeah, it probably would have been about an hour. So
That's a
not
borderline
not
how far
yeah,
I would
it's a
go. Yeah.
borderline, not close, but not like crazy far.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I did have someone offer the help if I wanted to go to DabbleCon 3, but I couldn't justify it. So even then, like, I don't know if I'll ever go to any of these events, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm just not as into it as some people are. Like, I'd rather do
Yeah.
like other trips with my family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
that
Yeah.
changes a lot. A lot
Yeah.
of these people don't necessarily have families, or they have families that are grown
yeah.
and stuff, or they bring their husband or wife. I mean,
Right,
I'm
right.
curious just because of I've never been to Vegas before, so
Yeah,
it'd be
me
a
either. Me
it would
either.
be a good
Yeah,
excuse
yeah,
to go to Vegas as a single guy and like enjoy. I don't have a wife or like kids drag it like cold.
yeah. Right.
So it's a little easier. But again, it's not something I'm necessarily dying to go do because I don't really need to see any of these shows in person. Like I would
100%.
watch,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't necessarily need to go see all of them. So it's more for me the idea of going to Vegas and seeing a couple people I've talked to in chats that are pretty cool. But that's about it. So I don't know. We'll see. Right, little man? And this is a Shorkie. I saw Stealth asking in the chat. It's a Shih Tzu Yorkie. So Shorkie, they call him. This is
There we
Ziggy.
go. Yeah,
Little man,
I
you
had
chill?
a
Give me a shake.
one of my dogs was, what was
Give
she?
me a shake.
Sorry. I had a
Sit. Give me a shake.
half Maltese,
You don't want
quarter
to shake.
Bichon, quarter Shih
Tired.
Tzu. Thing was cute as
Wow.
fuck.
How did that?
Yeah.
That's a lot of sex.
So I had a dog, Bulger, named after Whitey Bulger because he was all white,
Oh, nice.
and he was half Maltese, half Bichon. And we had a neighbor who had a female dog who was half Maltese, half Shih Tzu, and they asked us if we would mate their, because neither dog was fixed at the time, if we would mate them, and they didn't want to sell. I mean, obviously at that point they're three different kinds, so they're not pure, so
Yeah,
they
exactly.
they wanted to make some puppies and give them. Some of their friends wanted dogs, so
Sure. Yeah.
the thing was like, if they mate, you guys want one, you get first pick, and then we give. So that's what we did. So we obviously had to pick one of the males because we had a male, and that was Sammy. And yeah, so he ended up, since his parents were both half Maltese, he's half Maltese, but then he ended up a quarter Bichon, a quarter Shih Tzu because that's where they differed. But yeah,
That's badass. All right.
but he was a cute fucker. They were both fucking cute. Yeah, now I got like a much bigger dog, but I used to have a small. Yeah, Bulgy was like 9 pounds and Sammy was like 11 pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I had little.
My
guys.
first dog was Mookie, and he was 20 pounds. He actually It's 3 years ago today that he passed, the 21st.
Oh,
And
sorry.
I traveled with him. I actually moved across the country with him, and I used to carry him with me and it was just 20 pounds is like the limit for being able to carry a dog in a bag and stuff.
Yeah.
Ziggy's 9 to 10 pounds, so it's like it's doable. That was part of the reason when I got Ziggy, I was like, I need a dog that's a little smaller so that I could actually, get around with him. So
Yeah, our current dog's, she's like fucking, she's in the 30 to 40 pound range, so she's bigger.
Yeah, people always say that they have small dogs and they mean like 40-pound dogs. Like,
right,
oh, no,
right.
Like,
yeah,
mine's like miniature. Not dude. Yeah, mine's super tiny. Yeah, but he's fun. I can carry him. That's what matters.
What's up, Miss Cummings? How we doing, Ashley?
Ashley Cummings.
We played
That
a
is
clip
Ziggy.
earlier of Jake saying hi to you. in the
He was
chat.
saying a lot of things.
Yeah, not a lot of it made sense, but yeah. Stealth, this is the most well behaved you ever been in my chat. I appreciate it, pal.
That's an album title. Whose is that? I'm going blank.
I'm calling my next dog Aladdin Singh.
That's not Bowie, is it? Why am I going blank?
He's a huge Bowie fan, so maybe you're right. Yeah,
I believe it's
let's see.
it's Bowie. It's a
Yep,
studio
there you go.
album,
Yep.
1970. I thought so. I went blank because someone used that last year, and I referenced, and I knew it then. Anyway, Stealth,
Yeah.
good choice.
What's up, Matt? All right. I don't know how much. I don't think I'm gonna play that other subject I talked about before you came on.
Oh no,
Um,
you're fine. Yeah, I'm good. If you, I'm gonna head off and just walk him and get ready for bed here. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on, Nick. You have a
yeah,
fun
thanks
chat,
for
and I
coming
always
on,
enjoy
brother.
checking it out. I like to kind of calm things down with this type of chat after we see a day where people are screaming at each other and different, diagnoses are being revealed. It's like, let's have a little fun and just
Yeah, we need. I
um,
hate. Yeah, too much personal shit. Granted, if anyone wants to say anything about themselves, that's fine. But people are digging into people's personal stuff too fucking much.
it's
Fuck.
unfortunate. It's
Yeah.
I've had some guys trying to like start soft doxing me and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
just I
Yeah.
don't understand the point of taking it to that level when like we've seen other people do it and they're like, hey, that's bad, and then you immediately do the same thing. So I don't know, whatever. But I like this side of the Dabbleverse where things are a little calmer and we're not going to all start coming at each other with knives, hopefully.
Yeah, no, it's
But
way better. I've mentioned the one guy I have issues with. I never talk about anything in the dude's. I don't care. I don't want to know anything about the dude's personal life. I
yeah,
have issues with him here. I just want to talk about here,
yeah,
and then that's it. But yeah,
yeah. That was my problem with certain people is that I've told them they have a bad show
yeah,
and I don't like their show, and then they come at me as they start looking up my jobs and stuff, and it's like, well,
yeah. Fucking
that's not a reasonable reaction, but whatever. That's
no.
that's the world we're living in. So,
Yep.
but thank you for having me, Nick. If we have something else fun to talk about sometime, I'd love to come back, or you can come on my show. I think we were talking about that, and I'll see everyone another
Yeah,
time. Have a
thank
good
you.
night, guys.
Thank you, Ken. Have a good one, brother.
Take care.
Let's kick him off. Thank you, Ken. All right, guys. Let me see. Do I want to cover that last thing, or should I just fucking end it? You know what? I had it kind of prepped. Maybe I'll put it up. The chat can tell me if I'm being a crazy paranoid bitch. Not paranoid, but if my analysis is way off, which is very possible for this one. I fully admit this one I might be off on. Yeah, definitely possible. So, um, I can't. I got to talk about my buddy Jib at least once during this thing. So, okay. Especially Matt's here, Jen's here. They're the people that might. Oh, we had the Jake. We started it off with the Jake talk, brother. You missed it. You missed it. Maybe we'll go back to it after. But no, we started off with the Jake talk. So I'll set this up. This happened yesterday. Coach, is that the real MJ, or is the Coach Better MJ a different one? Oh, Bobby's here too. Fantastic. Bobby, you're actually going to be part of this chat. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Since you guys are here, yeah, I'll definitely put this up. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the yeah, I had played a Jake Hudson short that he did saying that Chris Thompson tricked him or manipulated him. And I know some people here don't like Chris, but I got to take his side on that one. Like Jake never wants to take responsibility for his own shit. It's always it's never his fault. All right, I got to kind of get the chat up on this. So, hold on. Here we go. Okay. The chat's kind of important on this one. Maybe if I hit play. Okay. You guys can't even see it. I just realized that. My bad. All right. Let me set this up. So this was yesterday. Chris Thompson does a show called Fuck Off a few times a week, I think. He usually goes live around like 5 p.m. or something. With my new job, I work until 10 p.m. I usually go on fucking dinner break sometime between like 6 and 7. And I usually see what's going on in the dab. Because it's like one of my only chances these days to check it out besides late at night. So Chris is actually the days he does his show, he's usually live when I go on break. So he was live. I put it on, and yeah, this panel, I believe. Yeah, we got Chris. We got. I don't remember that guy's name. I think that's Tiff's husband. Hopefully you guys can help me. There's Bybee. Fuck, I forget this guy's name. He's just one of those speaking things. And this one down here that we use blank, this Bobby, that is Owen. Your buddy Owen down there. Bart. That's Bart. Okay. Yeah. And Owen's actually been giving me shit lately. I didn't even fucking put 2 and 2 together that it was him until yesterday. But he's a mod, as I'm sure some of you know. He's a mod in Haley's chat in Pretty Antisocial. And he's very defensive of her, and which is fine. Like I said the other day, to be fair, if the same shit came out about Eckel, I would be disappointed, but I would still support the guy because he's my friend. So totally get it, right? But Owen, again, is just misconstruing fucking things I was saying. Real quick, I said this already, but my critique of Haley was kind of the hypocrisy, how her show focuses a lot on people's criminal and court proceedings and documents, and sometimes their drug issues and stuff like that, only to find out she has all that shit in her fucking past. And I thought it was kind of hypocritical how she kind of focuses on that, critiques people, criticizes them, when she has the same thing going on. That was my one criticism. Okay, I wasn't calling her Heroin Haley. I wasn't shitting on her for her past drug use. In fact, I'm very sympathetic towards it. All that, right? And Owen just kept coming at like, Mumbling Nick's a troll. Mumbling Nick wants to be a guy so bad. He wants to get clout. I'm like, as I explained earlier, there are a bunch of things I could have done for clout if I wanted, and I fucking did the opposite because I don't give a fuck. Like, I truly don't get. I know some people say that. Like, there are people at Dabbleverse, they're like, I don't care what you say, but they do because they're swearing about it. I don't give a fuck about clout being a guy. Again, I wouldn't be having my main fight wouldn't be with a nobody like Jib if I cared about clout. I'd be fighting with somebody else that might get me somewhere, right? It's just, that's the person that was an asshole to me. That's the person that's a snake and trying to do shit about my back, trying to do shit to people in their personal lives. So that's the guy, right? I didn't choose the guy. That's what the guy's doing, right? I'm not going after someone bigger because I don't give a fuck. So anyway, Owen was just making shit up. He doesn't fucking know. Let's see, A. Thompson. I never shit on her for drug use. I don't like the fact she bashed Comic for living in a prefab house when she was living in a real trailer and a hooker motel. Yes, I've heard that one too. And that's another fair one, A. Thompson. Yeah, my thing was basically the hypocrisy in general. But again, as someone who was more, I've never known that part of it in my real life. But like I said, I knew the drug part and even the legal part a little bit. So, yeah, so that's why I focus on that. But you're right. It is the whole, and it doesn't mean she can't have opinions on the shit. But I just think that's a weird fucking thing to criticize for, right? It's like me criticizing somebody for wearing a mask, right? That would be mad hypocritical. It's the same fucking thing. If you lived in the fucking same style house or worse style than that person, then how the fuck can you make fun of them? All right, catch it. OG Nick, you're way better. Oh, thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't even know a lot about Owen. That's something else too. I found funny is I've never gone after Owen ever, right? So for these accusations, it's fucking ridiculous. Like if I was a troll, I would have been trolling you, bruh. But I don't. And I said earlier, most of the trolls don't like me because a lot of the trolls come after me because I'm not a fucking troll. Yeah, I don't know. I only know of him because he has a big thing with Bobby Nick. I think I don't even like saying this because let me know if I can say it, Bobby. It has something to do with your personal life. I don't want to say it if I can't. Um, but yeah, he's fighting with what's his face a lot these days. What the fuck is his name? Mint Diggity. He's fighting with Mint Diggity a lot. He has like a different name on X and on YouTube. Yeah, it's some kind of FK something. Um, Let me look it up. Let me look up Mint Diggity and see whoever's coming after him. I know that's who it is. But he's a mod on Haley's channel. I think he's like top mod or whatever. Takes it very fucking seriously. And yeah, I know there's a personal link with him and Bobby Nick and shit. So, but yeah, basically, Ken, I had the the criticisms I mentioned when we were streaming together. I mentioned in Haley's chat and on X, and he was losing his shit on me. And again, using like insults and accusations that just aren't true. You don't have to like me. I fucking get it. And there's plenty to criticize with me, but just be accurate with the criticisms. That's all. Don't just fucking, that's a talking. You're a troll. That's just lazy. Like, no, I'm not a fucking troll. You want to be a guy. You want clout. No, don't want to. There's no evidence of that. The fuck. Let me look. Anyone say his name yet? Can't think of his fucking name. God damn it. I don't know why I can't find it on Mint Diggity's thing. I'm gonna look up American Cupcake because I think this dude shared some American Cupcake shit. Oh yeah, that's something else we never got to talk about. Ken Elvis, yeah, there's like a new American Cupcake angle to the who's another buddy of mine. There's another American Cupcake angle to the Penny thing. I missed that live though. I didn't see it, but I think Darren and Penny said something about Cupcake, so I think he's gonna cover it on his show tomorrow. Actually, later today. So that should be good. What the fuck is Owen's account's name? FK something. Jesus Christ. Why the fuck can't I find it? I hate being retarded. FKA. How about oh, there it is. FKA TGB. Whatever the fuck that means. FKA TGB. All right. Then there's some numbers after it, but yeah, that's his account on X, and some version of that is his account on YouTube. But if you ever watch Haley and you see some FKA shit or words that start with FKA, that's fucking him. Yeah, he's a mod for Haley. Takes it very seriously and has a link to Bobby shit. Okay, so anyway, back to this. Yeah, this was Chris Thompson's show yesterday, and if we look in the chat, I don't know if I got to go farther back. When I put it on, it was probably somewhere around here. And as you can see, there's Jib talking about Wendy. And Jake talking about Stormy. I know we talked about you, Bobby. Oh, Zach. That's the other guy. Zach's. I think Zach might have cerebral palsy too. He has something like that. Zach's a funny dude. Seems like a good guy. Make sure to check out nofilterwithandrew.com. His buddy was killed. Yeah, all right. I might have to back it up just a little bit. Yeah, here's a bunch of jibs. Knowing he probably loaned her the money and interest. We heard his uncle owns the house. I think this is about Wendy. Or Wendy's brother. I didn't even know Wendy had a brother. Yeah, I don't know how much of this I actually want to put up because I don't want to like put Wendy's business on there. Or whatever Jib's claiming about Wendy. But so I won't play that part, but basically Chris, yes, Wendy Pack, yes, Farkas. Yeah. Basically, I think they were talking about Wendy's current situation with, you know what? Let me share this in the chat while I'm here. For anyone who is interested, Wendy is currently living in a hotel or with her mother. They do have a GoFundMe. I believe they have a place they're going to be moving into eventually. Eventually. I don't know. I think they're trying to get the ramp put in or something. But yeah, Wendy does have a GoFundMe for like the motel and stuff like that. I don't know if this is going to fit. This is probably too much. But if it's not, that's that's Wendy's GoFundMe right there. If it fit. But yeah. So I think they were talking about Wendy's current situation. There was something about her brother. I don't know. I don't know a lot about it. I don't even want to speculate. But Chris did say, this is the one part I did kind of want to play, but I'm not sure where it is. Chris did say that he had something set up for Wendy so that she would have been all set or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. It's actually something I wanted to talk to Chris about. That's going to be part of my chat. But yeah, the talk was about Bobby and Wendy and defending Chris here. He looked like he was trying to help Wendy with this talk. Claimed he had something set up. Again, could be true. I don't know. So they just talk about other shit, and maybe I can get that one part. There's a transcript on this. Okay. Let's just find the Wendy part. And again, I don't want to watch the whole Wendy part, but just about getting her set up. Hooked Wendy up. All right. Let's see. Okay. Wendy's homeless. All right, let's play. We'll play from like here. It's probably somewhere here. I'll even keep the transcript up just in case I got to move it. And yeah, once we get past the Wendy part, I'll get to the part that really interests me. But I do need to set this up a little bit. Is that a joke, Farkas, or is she really fucking calling you? There you are, Chris. Yeah, I wanted to find the part where you said you had something set up for Wendy. I think this might be it. I sent you a chat on this. It's actually something I wanted to talk to you about. But I think it might be here, so we'll play here.
And then I see something about Wendy. I guess Wendy's homeless now and shit.
Yeah, Wendy's homeless.
How come Bobby's not helping her out with some money? Bro? The way I look at it is he owes her. He cost her all her friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've met a few of them. They do not like Bobby.
He fucked that whole thing up too. If that was me, I would have made Wendy like big again.
No, Chris. You'll see.
Before I
said
left,
it.
she had like
I
over
paused the
100
wrong
credits.
Never mind.
And music requests were in the lounge, and that's like, that's well
That's
around
crazy.
$100 right there.
That's crazy. I actually sent Wendy. I had to do it covertly, but I actually sent Wendy some money when I saw that post.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, I'm sure it was
See if
like
I can
half,
find it.
begging and just bullshit or whatever. But in my mind, it's like, bro, okay, like where you at, Bobby? You making money on YouTube or whatever the fuck? Like, why don't you help
yeah,
her out? You make her believe you're like
you
her
know,
boyfriend. Shit.
he created this monster,
Yeah. I mean,
and
nobody, nobody
it's
can.
pretty.
Go
Go ahead,
ahead.
go ahead, go.
No, go
You know,
ahead.
you in her mind, they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, and he made it that way.
Yeah,
And
and he controls her channel pretty much. A lot of Regina there was in there, and she's already been banned right off the spot. That wasn't Wendy. Wendy doesn't hardly do that.
a lot
And
of
and
Regina. That's funny.
yeah, and there's a she talks about it all the time. You know, all the bad people that come in their channel. Well, somebody made the point. You know, nobody comes in your channel unless you give them the link.
Yeah.
Basically, it feel like me and you and 2K and all of us have been blocked from talking to Wendy.
It's funny. I've never talked to Wendy a day in my life, but she put out several.
Why the fuck can't I find this? I typed in Wendy. I'm not looking at the chat right now, so I apologize. I'm on. But I remember, Chris, you said something like I had Wendy and her mom all set up or something like that. And I can't fucking find it. Oh well, long as like people know it was said, it was a discussion, or a topic or whatever. Um, no, I can't fucking find it.
Like I've
Yeah.
watched Wendy for years.
Now, granted, the money that people used to send her and shit was probably being misused, and she used it to splurge.
I think it's around here, Chris, because I was, as I mentioned, I don't know how long you've been here, but I mentioned I was on break at work, and I always put on a Delver. I usually put you on when you're live because you seem to, when you do go live, you seem to be live when I'm on dinner break. And this part sounds familiar, so I think I heard this part. So I think it's around here.
on shit like fucking what was it, the Olive Garden.
Food.
You know, they won't deliver unless it's $100 order.
Yeah.
And
No
she'd do shit like that. You know.
Shit.
And what pisses me off more than anything is none of this has to be right now. I had shit ready
Okay, here it is. Here it is. I don't know why it didn't show me thing. Here we go. Okay.
to go. None of this has to be right now. I had shit ready to go, set up where they would not have been homeless.
My question is, how come she doesn't have? What state does she live in? How come she doesn't have like services or like? Why doesn't she
Exactly. That's what I worked on. Her
'Cause even
shit's
I
kind of
do.
messed up. Her shit's
Even I
messed
do.
up from the accident that she was in, and yeah, she could have got her and her mom both could have got into assisted living, and when it cost them a fucking dime,
And what happened?
Wendy would have freedom. She'd be, I already called and I had this all worked out. You know, they have a fucking like a big van thing with a loading ramp. She'd be able to go to places. She'd be able to go to her fucking doctor's appointments that she fucking needs.
Why did it
And
fall
she'd
through?
have life. She'd be able to have a fucking shower.
Why did all that
Not
fall
every
through?
fucking 2 weeks and shit. But
Why did all
no,
that fall through?
we're all blocked. Well, we're blocked from talking to her.
Yeah, true. Is there anybody not blocked that can talk to her? Or did he fucking?
Okay, I just wanted to play that part because it's gonna have something to do with the chat I send in, right? Or type. Okay. So again, Chris says that he had something set up, right? For Wendy and her mother. Let's see. I've been around Wendy for 6 years. None of what he said is one of. Well, yeah, man. That's why you'll see the chat in a minute. I think, Chris, if you're watching, I hope you are. I think, not that it's like a ton of people would be interested, but I think a certain group of people would be interested if two people like you and I had a certain talk about certain subjects. I think it would be very fucking interesting because I think I am able to put personal feelings aside. I don't I don't do this tribal shit. I'll like who I like, don't like who I criticize. I try to criticize and I try to be. I was basically trying to say I'll even criticize people I like and compliment people I don't like. Vice versa. I try to be fair with my analysis. I don't know how many people know that. I try my best with it. Crumb Bum always compliments me on that. Bacon Bit. Certain people seem to see it. And like my perspective on things, or just like that I give an honest perspective on things. So yeah, I think because of where we both were, what's transpired, what's going on now, I think we could have good, interesting talks about multiple people and subjects. And one of them was Wendy, and you'll see what the other two are when the chat comes up. So I just wanted to kind of set things up with that. So I do have to move it along a little bit. I will keep this pod open so I can see when my fucking chat comes up. Let's see. But I also wanted it shown that Bobby was at least part of the subject. I kind of skipped over, but Mr. Black Label Media said some shit. And where's my chat? Hurry up. Okay, there's my chat. I'll just back it up a little bit. Okay, we'll go from here.
If he was healthy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That dude would be a beast. Because he's a
Yeah.
big man, bro. Like, his grandkids, they're fucking like,
Lunatic Lounge tomorrow, don't forget.
they're like,
Yes.
they're like 13, 14 years old now, and they're almost as tall as their mother. So, you know, he's a big motherfucker. That's the one thing. But he's not healthy at all. Matter of fact, I remember wasn't he on some death pool?
I don't know. He smokes like 4 packs a day, dude. So
I mean, $600 a month on cigarettes is fucking insane, dog.
yeah, it is.
I'm a smoker.
Yeah, that is very true, Farkas. That is very
Yeah.
true.
I smoke a carton a month.
Hey, it's bad for you. I won't give it up.
No shit, right?
The way, hey Chris, thank you for
Yes.
re-upping your membership to my channel.
Of course, man. You bet, dude. Anytime.
Oh, you monetize that? I gotta check that out. I didn't
Yeah.
monetize, bro.
If you want to throw a second there on the chat there, this link.
Hold on, I'll throw him a couple.
God, where the fuck is
Zach,
my
you gonna
chat?
be
There
my
it is.
wingman,
All right, I
bro.
just fast forwarded. So, right here on the bottom, I don't know how well it can be seen, but I will read the said chat. I put Chris T. That's you, Mr. Thompson. If you ever want to, I think it would be interesting to stream together again, where we talk about Bobby and Jib and really listen to one another, and we can discuss Wendy's best interests. Okay, may not have been worded the best, but I had to try and fit it all in there. Basically, yeah, at the end, I want to know that I wanted to touch on some of the stuff that was said about Wendy, because I do think a lot of people, not saying everybody, but I think there are people in both groups that do care about Wendy, and I do think you care about Wendy. And and I think 2K cares about Wendy, and I'm not sure about some others, but and of course I think like Matt, Bobby, and Stormy and all them care about Wendy. So, and I care about Wendy. Farkas cares about Wendy. So, um, yeah, if you had something set up or had some ideas, like I think that would be interesting and beneficial to talk about. If people can put shit aside for Wendy's best. Now, again, as Farkas put out, Wendy's gonna do what Wendy wants to do, so I don't know if it'll work, but that was part of it. The other part of it is what I mentioned here. You have issues with Bobby and others in that crew. I have issues with Jib. I don't know if we've ever really listened to one another when it's come to stuff like that. So, and I think we're two of the only people in this whole mess who could probably have a respectful conversation on said topic. I mean, I think I might be able to have it with 2K as well, because I know he's something I have to give him. He is willing to talk to people he disagrees with or may not get along with, and I don't have an issue with him. And I've talked to him a few times behind the scenes. His big issues with me tend to be my accent, me being a Red Sox fan, and he's a Yankees fan. And another big issue he has is how I feel about Jib and things I say about Jib, which is fine. That's his friend. But I think he might have that talk. But I think you and I would be fine if both of you are on. I would love it if Jib would be on, but I know he won't. But yeah, I think it could be interesting to talk about this whole, like, whenever this fucking shit is talked about, it's always one side. It's always like either, Jib and 2K's crew talking, shitting on Bobby and company, or it's Bobby and those guys talking about Jib, and there's hardly ever. I think every once in a while, like I think Bobby did do a stream with 2K or maybe even Jib. I can't remember. A little while back, but that's been a while, and didn't go well, if I recall. But I think it'll be interesting to let's have this. If this discussion is going to keep happening off and on about these two sides, I think it'd be more interesting if people can give rebuttals to things, maybe bring some fucking receipts. If there's some back and forth, instead of just like, hey, let's all 5 or 6 of us trash Bobby and Jen or whatever, or hey, let's all 5, 6 of us trash fucking 2K and fucking Jib and Chris. If we can have some back and forth. Now, technically, I'm not technically, I'm not on Bobby's panel too often or whatever, but I like those guys. I like Bobby, so I think I could represent. Obviously you might be better off with someone like with Matt or Bobby, whatever. But I don't know if there'd be a fight that way. But I selfishly want to be involved because I want to talk about Jib to some of you guys. Like, for real, if you'll listen. And I will for real listen when it comes to the Bobby stuff. Like, you guys give me your reasons. Why you did a stream, I think, last week, Chris, where I almost messaged you back then. You were watching, I think you were watching Jen fighting with Fat Pig and Krishan, I think, and then Bobby jumped in. I don't remember who was. I think those are the people involved and whoever was fighting with who. And I think once or twice you were like, OG Mumble and Nick, if you see this, you ask why I left. This is why I left. Well, I wanted to emphasize, dude, if you want to leave the group, I'm not questioning that. If you have your reasons, you have your reasons, and I will listen to them. That wasn't what I was talking about or even criticizing. I just thought you could have left the group and not jumped over to Jib and them. And I sure on paper, okay, you go to the enemy of your new enemy or whatever, right? But again, I just remember how the shit Jib did and said to you, whatever. And we don't even have to focus on that if we have this talk. Like, it does. That's not going to be my focus. My focus is going to be, shit he's done to me and Wendy and others, and how he continues to lie about his sock accounts and stuff. But yeah, I think it would be interesting. And if you responded already, I apologize. I don't. I have a different screen up at the moment. I should put up the chat, but I want to hit play and then I'll look. But yeah, I think this could be an interesting talk for at least a certain group of people. People that know the story about the two groups. And I think you and I are two of the only people that could do this without it turning into like what Haley and not to be a dick, but we talked about earlier, well, it being a screaming fest, insult fest, and people leave it. I think, sure, maybe I might get passionate at certain times, you might get passionate, but I think we can have the discussion. And it'd be semi-interesting and again, not turn into a childish fucking thing. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but this chat was never acknowledged. I don't know if you just didn't see it. You usually, again, not saying you owe me a chat, but I usually get especially my first chat usually gets put up like, hey, OG Nick's here, right? So this was the one and only chat I sent. Oh, funny, yeah, I didn't say this part. I had to quickly get back to work right after I sent this. So actually, after I sent this, I left like within 30 seconds. And then after work, I went back and checked out to see if there was a response or anything. And there was, Jib made a comment, but the chat was never acknowledged. So I didn't know if you're interested or not. And then Jib seemed to try to produce the show from the chat and be like, plug this, talk about this, tell them about that. So I didn't know if you just didn't put the chat up because you didn't want to piss Jib off or whatever, or didn't want to do it, or didn't want to say, or did want to do it, but didn't want to say so in front of Jib. I don't know. It's something I had actually planned on messaging you in private, DMing you and I've thought about it for a few days now. But when, the Wendy thing came up in your, on your stream, followed by like Bobby stuff and Jib talk, I just felt it was a interesting time just to throw it up there. So anyway, we'll see what Jib has to say about my chat.
You're gonna be my wingman.
No shit, man. Like
I'm already using it for sports.
like I said, man, he's a pussy magnet.
You know what's funny is I'm sure Zach knows about this. I used to get I used to get free trips
He's
to
a different
like,
kind of magnet.
I used to get free trips to like Universal and Busch Gardens and shit, just because motherfuckers wanted to take me so they can get to the head of the line. That shit was you ever do that, Zach? Hell yeah, bro.
Sorry, I'm going through the chats right now. Are you, Farkas? If you mean me, this is the first time I brought up Wendy. If you're talking about Chris's channel, no. In his defense, no, it's not a channel that just talks about Wendy. She just, again, I watch his show, parts of his show, when I'm on break usually, and more often than not, Wendy doesn't come up, but she came up yesterday. But everyone involved knows Wendy, so yeah, she'll come up every so often. But I don't think she's the main topic here. I just want to go through the chats before I get to this, since I miss most of them. As far as they talk about Wendy, well, yeah, they do talk about Bobby a lot, 100%. That's it's not deniable. I don't know if they talk about Wendy as much. But yeah, of course she'll come up. Let's see. People know what happened to Wendy 5 years ago. I think the first thing he did was go over everyone who messed him over for a year. Yeah, that's like, again, I've said this before, and look, it's not me, it's him. So if Chris forgives Jib, then that's, who am I to say anything, right? I just look, this is gonna be very conceited of me, but I see a mile away what Jib's doing. I see it. And I I feel bad if I know you guys don't like Chris anymore, but I feel bad if he doesn't see it. I know what Jib's like. A lot of us do. It's funny, people think it's a new argument. This argument has been going on for years with several groups of people. They know what's best for Wendy. Chris is, it's his show. He's the one in the top. Here, I'll highlight him here. He is sorry. The corner here, right here. This is Chris. Jib is also named Chris, but we're not talking about him. This is Chris Thompson. It's his show. Look, in defense, I think Chris does care about Wendy. I have no idea about whatever he had set up. Look, I'm not even comfortable talking about this part of it, but like I don't know what's going on there. Like, I feel like Wendy shouldn't have to worry about this stuff. Like, Jake doesn't have to worry about this stuff. But anyway, so yeah, again, the personal stuff does make me uncomfortable. It's just I do care about Wendy, and I think you know that, Farkas, and a lot of, and I wish I could help her more than I do. But I'm struggling with my own. Granted, things are starting to get better for me. But I still have some holes to dig myself and my family out of first. So I can't help nearly as much as I would like to. But I don't want to see anything happen to Wendy. But no, the Wendy part, it's almost taken over too much. That was just a part of it. Like I said, I had planned more on hoping to talk about the Jib and Bobby stuff. Here, let me play a little bit here. Again, Jib is gonna use the line he always uses on me. He's gonna claim I'm obsessed with him. Even though he talks about Bobby 100 times a day, every day. Which is his right. If that's what interests him, that's what interests him. But don't say that I'm obsessed about you and I don't talk about you 1/1,000,000th as much as you talk about Bob.
No, but what else we got going on, man?
Now, one more video. And then we'll probably
The guy
hit it these days.
man.
Isn't it like why?
All right. Jib's first chat after that was, my gosh, Nick has to bring me up in every chat. He is obsessed. It's unreal. Yeah. So that's Jib's cop out, so he never has to. He doesn't want to look like a pussy for never going on a panel with me after he ran. So he just, claims I'm obsessed or crazy or whatever the fuck he does. All right. All right, Farkas. I appreciate that. Again, it's something I always feel a little uncomfortable even asking. Like, I've left streams because I felt uncomfortable with some of the conversations that happen. It's nothing. No one's being, whatever. It's just sometimes I feel uncomfortable with it all. But yeah, it's a catch-22 because like part of me doesn't want to get involved in the personal stuff, but with Wendy at this point, as we all know, like Wendy calls me like she calls you, and so I try and Wendy cares about us, and we care about her, so I try and help her out when I can. But yeah, I don't know certain things. But okay, so just back to the Jib is gonna say that whatever, I bring him up, and then
Times X equals like
No,
No,
just
it's
wait.
worse than that.
Well, yeah.
a lot of his
Right.
chats after this seem to be again producing the show. So again, my chat never gets put up, and not owed to me, not conceded. I'm just saying almost every chat is usually acknowledged, and pretty much the chats after this are acknowledged, and especially first chats. That was my first and only chat. Every time I put a chat, it's, oh, G Mumbling Nick's here, or they'll be like, oh, not the boss is here, or hey, Black Label Media, right? So it's a good sized chat. It couldn't have been missed. It wasn't like one of these one liners. And yeah, it's like the only time my first chat was never put up. So again, I just didn't. Just being honest, I didn't know if that was intentional because didn't want to upset Mr. Evie Mux himself, Jib, or didn't want to have to address it in front of Jib. I don't know. But again, Jib seems to be driving the show from here.
Regular math. I don't know who.
Do this, and I go. I went nose to nose with the teacher. I looked at her. I said, "You know what? I'm going to teach."
I'll turn the volume down a little bit because it's more the
have
it's more the
problems.
chat than anything else here.
This for hold it. I think. No, there was no sense.
Yeah.
Okay, Jib's next chat is Chris. You may want to fill people in on what is happening on Entourage so far and why they need to tune into Victory Panel tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's a show on Jib's Black Label Media channel. So, yeah, Jib is telling Chris to plug his channel, to plug Jib's channel and Jib's show. Chris may be on the show too. I'm not sure, whatever. But yeah, Jib wants his network plugged. So making sure that gets done.
Check this bullshit.
right now. But Concord.
I came under
Common Core suck.
And
Please snake attack
then,
ever
No,
caught
they
on
don't have
camera.
a problem with it.
oh, you hate
Nope.
snakes, pussy. I hate
If we
snakes.
remove the highly venomous snake from fangs, rating finger will make immediately when smooth entire air. Rush to the nearest.
The bird's medicine,
Yeah.
and these cats come here, take lunch tomorrow.
Okay, so now Jib is like, let them know what has happened recently. Again, telling Chris what to do on his show, telling him what to tell people,
I don't.
telling him what to plug. And then I think it ends. Okay. Pretty much. So, oh, guess not. Hold on. Any more chat? Oh, there's another Jib chat. I'll have the first episode of Midnight Mass on the on-demand section in the Roku tonight. I apologize. I have been so behind. Third chat in a row, plugging his channel, show, app, whatever the fuck, right? After my challenge my suggestion to have a show talking about, why me and others think Jib is scum, and Chris can talk about why he, Jib, and 2K and others think Bobby's scum. But why do that when we can jerk each other off?
Wicked.
You're going to
And Jib can plug his fucking Netflix wannabe shit. All right. So that's pretty much how that ends. Again, it's nothing like major. I'm just saying Chris is my chats have never been ignored, especially my first one like that. And And so I was just more interested if trying to figure out if that had to do with Jib being there and him directing things and him not wanting. Look, I truly believe Jib does not want something like this because I have receipts for anything and everything I'll say, and he doesn't. You know, when it comes to me, I don't know if he has receipts on stuff, the issues he has with Bobby. I don't know, right? Let's see, Bobby. It's because they have no interest in solving anything, Nick. They need enemies for content. Yeah, that could be it. Like I said, I find these sorts of things interesting. I just think it's lame as fuck that again 2K, whatever some of you think of him, I've seen him a ton of times on panels with. He's willing to go on panel with the people he's arguing with, fighting with, insulting. Nope, like how many times he's been on with DJ Electra lately and others, right? He has no problem, right? You never see Jib do that. And he won't. He'll never do it. Because he doesn't want to look like the fool when he can't back up all the lies he said, right? And when, again, I have proof about most of the things I've said, right? And the things I don't have proof on, I have reliable sources telling me things, or it's things I remember, right? Like I said, I distinctly remember Jib saying all trans people are pedophiles. His channel isn't up anymore because they got porn bombed, so I don't have the proof. I didn't fucking bother clipping something like that, but I remember it, you know? And I like Latanya. I really like Latanya. And, I don't know Andrea as much, or Andrea, but I like her too. And yeah, it sucks that Jib's like, oh, let me make money off these people I think are fucking pedophiles. But I'll put on that phony Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing I always fucking do. Yeah, anyway, I don't want to say too much in case this conversation ever does happen on air, but I don't think it will. But not because I'm not interested, but because other people just don't want to do it, or for some reason, show after show of an agree fest is what people want to do, and if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Like everyone can do what they want on these shows, It's never been my thing. Yeah, I love streaming my buddy Eckel, but how many times did we disagree on shit? I had Ken Fresno on tonight. We agreed on some stuff, disagreed on other stuff, but it's real discussion, These streams are like, let's just all trash the same person and never hear their side of the story. I think that's like a cope session. The shit's getting lame. So it's like, let's spice it up a little bit. Let's switch it up. It's kind of like people, say like, Point Dabble Point was always fucking retarded because there was never, Stuttering John was never on, or Stuttering John fans were never on to defend John or tell the other side of it. And there's some truth to that. So, just trying to supply the other side of the shit. And again, I think about people, I am more than willing to listen to what they got. Like, look, bottom line is, this side of the crew always claims that they don't see the part of Jib that people like me and American Cupcake and Luda God and DJ Electra and Hackride and others say we see. Matt and Bobby, they just don't see it, right? Well, look, I don't see the side of Bobby that they bring up. So let me show it to me. I will show you literally show you the proof and evidence of the side of Jib that I see and talk about. If you show me the same with Bobby, like, you can change my mind. I just need to see it. I need some proof. I'm not saying I agree with everything Bobby's done. Bobby and I, we've had uncomfortable discussions on it at times because I didn't. But Bobby, the things I didn't like, Bobby owned. I asked him if he did something, and he said, yeah. And it was wrong, and I wish I didn't do it. So he's at least owned it. Most of the other accusations that these guys come from is that saying he controls everybody, push people. I've never seen. Look, again, I'm not in that group, but I've streamed with that group, and I've never. I mean, Bobby just sends me the link at times. He never fucking tries to force me to fucking do anything. So I don't see the accusation. So if you guys have your stories or your proof, I will listen. And not only do I have my stories with Jib, I have other people's. Because this isn't a lie when I say multiple people have come up to me through the years with their stories and kind of asking me to speak out because they've been afraid because of things Jib and Jib's friends have done to them. All right? I've brought it multiple times. One of my oldest supporters back, one of the oldest political show supporters. Like I said, when Liquid Cryptid and I were streaming in front of 2 people, and this person was one of them, right? Had an issue with Jib before I did. And, I listened to this person's story, but I didn't see it at the time, and I always feel bad about that. And we've had talks since then. I'm like, yeah, I see it now. But I hadn't experienced it back then. And I get it's not easy to just criticize or turn on someone who's been good to you. I get it. That's not even what I'm asking. I'm just asking, like, let's have the talk and just acknowledge that I ain't fucking wrong. I ain't making shit up. This guy has done awful things to people. As himself and as other accounts, right? And then I will listen to you when it comes to whoever you want on that crew. Bobby, Jen, whoever, right? I'll listen to it. And then if we have time, and you have some way to save Wendy, I'll listen to that too, right? But I think it could be interesting, just a one-off. Like, this isn't going to be a weekly thing. You got your show, I got my channel. This can be on your channel, Chris Thompson, if you see this. You can have whoever you want on it, right? You can have your usual panel. You can have 2K if you want. You can have Live Ween. I would love it if you had Jib. Again, I just know he won't do it. But God, I would love it, right? And I'll come alone. It can be one on how many you want, right? I just want to tell my side of the story and bring my receipts, and bring the stories of others that have been told to me. Because the people, here's one big difference, and then I'll end this. The people who seem to have a problem with Bobby and his crew, they all seem to come from the same corner of this fucking universe, the same clique, the same gang, whatever you want to call it, right? The people who have issues with Jib come from fucking all over this fucking place, right? Just some of the people they named. There are other people that don't want to be named, but the people that are openly, so I can say it, right? You got me. You got fucking American Cupcake and fucking Luda God. We're friends with Jib. Stream with Jib. Right? Then you got fucking Hackride and DJ Electra. I didn't even fucking know them when they were fucking having problems with Jib. Like, people come from all over. There's a fucking chatter named Jeremy who fucking hates him and has gone on a panel and told Jib to get fucked, and Jib's like, "What did I do?" Because he acts like he doesn't remember whatever the fuck he did to the guy, right? So then there are people from going back from when he was the fucking guitar rabbi and whatever else, right? I mean, how can all these fucking people who didn't hang with each other, some don't even like each other, some can't stand each other, but they all have problems with Jib, but it's not true? Come on, man. Come on. This is the talk I would like to have. And again, I think it would be more interesting than some of the other stuff out there. I'm not saying be a wide audience because it's not like me and Jib or me and Chris Thompson are headline names or anything. But I think Chris, I think your audience would like to see something like that. Some of the people that watch me would. Obviously, I think Bobby and his crew would watch something like that. Jib's people would watch something like that. There's enough eyes would be on it, right? And yeah, instead of the usual let's gang up, let's have a bunch of us gang up on one side that can't respond. That goes for both sides. I'm not saying we can actually respond to one another for once. And we can listen to one another for once. And yeah, I think that would be interesting. Okay. Let's do I still have the Jake, did you say anything else funny in that clip? That we can end it? Oh god, is there something funny I can end it with, Jake? Alright, let's end it with Jake. Let's just end it with a little Hudson. It's the only way to end the stream with a little Hudson. What's up, Peanut Butter? Thanks for popping in. What are we watching, OG? I'm up. Oh, I was just winding down, my friend. I'm sorry. Started off by watching a little Jake. Then me and Ken Fresno talked about what everyone's talking about, the Haley versus Penny thing. Then when he popped off, I was talking about a Jib and Wendy and Bobby Nick and Chris Thompson, this whole thing. All right. So just about to end it. But I was just going to go back to the Jake stream I was watching earlier. And I haven't seen these parts, but Jake was in rare form. And was getting very upset. Because some people were accusing him of this being a rerun because he does the same shit every stream. And he was venting his frustration about having fucking no viewers and no guests and shit. It was interesting. Let's see. I got the old transcript up for Jake. It's a nice cheat fucking feature because you can skip through all the silence and just click on these things. Let's see. All right, Jake. Let's see what you got.
Yeah. But what is up, y'all?
Kid
Welcome
screaming.
back to the channel.
Let's hear this kid screaming.
Kid screaming.
Oh, Jake said kid screaming. I thought it was going to be actual kids screaming.
By the way, I just made
What'd
I
you
just
make,
made
Jake?
a clip. People are gonna get banned so don't say this is a fucking rerun. This is not a fucking rerun.
Ha ha! Jake is so mad. Say it's a fucking rerun. You motherfuckers are gonna get banned, bitches. Let's hear that again.
Hey, what is up, y'all? How is everybody doing today? I hope a lot of you guys are staying safe. How is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? I hope everyone is staying safe. If you say this is a rerun, y'all, drop the hammer. I'm dropping the hammer. People are gonna get banned so don't say this is a fucking rerun. This is not a fucking rerun. But what is up, guys? How is everybody doing today? I hope a lot of you. I just want to say that you got all these people out there that people get offended when people get offended because I have to do, because they say, "Oh, why are you doing this?" Number one, I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because I'm being forced to say, "Hold on." Here's the thing. I'm not. I. I just. I just feel like every time that I feel like every time I try to do something, it's usually someone saying too many. Whoops. Too many links.
Yeah, you do have too many links, Jake.
Yeah.
Anything good on here, buddy?
No.
Radio over here, never gonna quit. Hey guys, this is Hank.
And I also want to say to people, if you do want to come on to the
All right, this is turning into a dud. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good. Thank you for all your
Who the hell is this
yeah,
chick?
what my thoughts would there be, I think that they are chasing the money.
Yeah, it's something you know about, Jake. Chasing the fucking money, bro. Alright. I'm just gonna end this. This is turned into a fucking dud ending here. I didn't watch this far into the stream, so I didn't know if there's anything else fucking good on here. You know, Jake, it's fucking hit or miss with this shit. But yeah, there was some good stuff at the beginning that I already played, but the rest of this looks like fucking dud. Alright. Thank you guys for stopping by. It is very late, very early, whatever you want to say. You know what? I will since we did cover Jake and Chris Thompson, I think the only way to end it before my outro is is to let Jake mention once again. And Chris Thompson, if you see this part, I am on your side on this one. I want you to think I'm just busting balls here. Jake claiming that Chris Thompson tricked him, manipulated him, whatever the fuck he's claiming here. But yeah, then I'm gonna go out. So thank you guys for stopping by. I want to thank my guest, Ken Fresno. Check out his stuff. I'll put his links in the video after the live stream. He streams a lot with Little Lemmy. They do a lot of non-Dabbleverse shit, and you'll see him in the chats on other shows. And yeah, he's a good dude. Gives his honest opinion on stuff. Very level-headed. I like that sort of thing. Doesn't get all fucking kooky and crazy. Doesn't try to fucking chase the cloud or any of that stuff. So yeah, check him out. And hopefully, if anyone's interested, hopefully something will come from my chat from yesterday, and hopefully we can, Chris Thompson and I can do that stream. If he's not interested, maybe 2K or one of those guys will be interested. But yeah, just reaching out because again, I said I think it'd be a lot more interesting to have some back and forth for once. But anyway, thank you all. I'll stream again. Who the fuck knows? Sorry if I wasn't as rowdy for this one. I am a little fucking tired tonight. Fucking later today, It's gonna be my first solo day as a supervisor at work. There's 2 shifts at work, and there's 2 supervisors for every shift, and the other supervisor is taking today off. So it's just gonna be me, and I've only been there 3 weeks, so a little nervous. I don't know if I'm fucking ready for a fucking 9-hour fucking 9-hour shift in charge of everybody by myself, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, thank you guys, and Jake, pass the buck, and then I'll break it on out of here. Peace, everybody.
I am no longer friends with him. He wanted me. Here's the thing. I apologize to Araya. I apologize to Araya for what happened. I was told by Chris to go into Gino and Keanu's chats and say that you were a liar. You haven't been a liar, Araya. You are not a liar. Chris is the liar. Chris is the liar and the manipulator. I love you guys. I hope to get to talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Bye. I am no longer friends with Chris Thompson. I am no longer friends with him. He wanted me. Here's the thing. I apologize to Araya. I apologize.
By the way, Jake's apologies ain't worth fucking shit. He hands them out like nothing. Thinks he can say whatever he wants as long as he just apologizes later. Jake is the king of manipulation. He manipulates people into giving him money, into fucking feeling sorry for him. Shit like that. Oh my god, I know what I should have played, but I'm just gonna end it anyway. Jake lost power yesterday. And he fucking like tweeted when he lost power, like, "Don't worry, everybody, I just lost power. I'll stream when I can." And basically, it was just strong, heavy rain and strong winds, right? Not a hurricane, not an earthquake, not a tornado, nothing like that. Oh my god, when Jake went live, I'm okay, everybody. I'm okay. We lost power. I'm gonna invest in a generator. I made it. I survived. It was fucking wind and rain, bro. Nobody died. I think one guy in the whole state got hurt from being outside and shit. Jake acting like he survived the fucking tsunami. Gotta love him. All right. I think that's how we'll end it, right? I was gonna do something weird, but let's just end it. Let's just end it. Let's just end the stream. Hold on. Let's go out. Let's go out funny. Let's see what we can do. I just thought of this. My bad. I just thought of this. One person is gonna get this joke if they watch this later, and that's about it. But let's do it. It's gonna be great. Just have to set this up. Okay. Do what? Downtown. Do what? Do what? 2 hours. Dude, it was so funny. Like, I didn't even watch a lot. Like, I watched like the first 15 minutes of his stream, and he was acting like, "Yeah, no, I just went through some shit. I just went through some stuff today. I'm okay. Oh, we lost power. We lost power in Wayne's. I almost said his county. Never mind. But yeah, I mean, not that it matters. He says it. But fucking Christ, yeah, it was hilarious. He acted like he survived the fucking end of the world. All right, here's the inside joke on this. So 2 things, right? When I first started doing non-political streams, I used to always sing one song at the end. Even did a fucking 2 or 3 duets with Brandon Deft back in the day. Love Brandon, right? It was just a little goofy thing I did at the end. Vagina Wrinkle started requesting it, and then it turned into a thing, right? And anyone that watched me on Echo, I just started also singing songs when people would super chat. Echo, but anywho, because of this, I'm known as the terrible singer who fucking sings on stream, right? So I'm on. Last weekend was Bacon Bits' fucking birthday. He did 2 like super long fucking streams on Saturday and Sunday. I ended up being in part of both of them, and both times I was on, he's like, Nick, let's sing this certain song right here. He wanted to do a duet with me because I used to do them with Deft, and apparently, I mean, kid loves rap, but this one fucking song he loves. And he's fucking shit faced. I'm stone cold sober. I wasn't in the singing mood. There's like fucking bunch of people on panel. So it never happened. So later, finally he does it himself, I guess, right? So he blamed me because I didn't do it with him. So that's why he did it himself. So guess what, Bacon? I'm going to do it by myself now to end the stream. All right. Here's your payback. You can hear my far worse version of this song than you did. But here we go. Waiting on a Sunday afternoon for what I've read between the lines. Your lies. Sorry, everybody. I'm terrible. Feeling like a hand in roasted shade. You laugh because you cry. Reply. Leaving on a southern train only yesterday. You lie, promises of what I seem to be. Only watch the time go by. All of these things you said to me. Breathing is the hardest thing to do. With all I've said and all that's there for you, your life, goodbye. Leaving on a southern train only yesterday. You lie, promises of what I seem to be. Only watch time go by. All of these things I said to you. Sorry, everybody. Terrible as usual. Thank you all. Peace out. And I hope some of you are being safe tonight, as Jake would say. Only some of you. The rest of you, don't be safe. And by the way, here's the thing. Thank you.
American fucking accent. You already know. OG Mumbling. He fires up the stream. Got a lot that's on his mind. Politics and devil verse. Somebody's crossed the line. Jake Hudson comes up. Now he's got another take. Ask him one simple question, and you'll be there till daybreak. He's lived a whole damn life that he ain't afraid to mention. Came up from the darkness with a different kind of perspective. Now he's wearing a hoodie with the mask across his face. Talking shit about the world from his own little place. OG Mumbling. Turn the microphone up, he's got something to say, and he ain't gonna shut up. OG Mumbling. You know that voice is him. Politics and devil verse, and the mumbling begins. OG Mumbling. OG Mumbling. He's got that wicked way of talking, like he's arguing with the room. Got a story from the old neighborhood and another one coming soon. He'll tell you what he's thinking, then he'll tell you what went wrong. Call somebody a fucking retard, then start humming some old song. He's got opinions by the dozen, and a few that won't make sense. Somebody throws another question out, and Nick's still on the fence. Then the conversation's serious, everybody's listening, and suddenly Nick starts singing. Nobody knows the song, nobody knows the words, and somehow that's exactly how the fuck this dream works. OG Mumbling. Black hoodie, mask and mic. He's got opinions on the world and he's gonna share them tonight. You never know what's next. Jake Hudson, devil first, politics and total chaos. OG Mumbling. OG Mumbling. OG Mumbling. OG Mumbling.
And Nick sing The Right Stuff by New Kids on the Block. So yes or no, first of all, I guess.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess. I
Yes.
could do the
Yep.
chorus.
Go.
Oh, 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 the right stuff. Right?
Beautiful. That's great. That's beautiful. That's so good. Thank you, Nicholas. Yep.
Turn the breaker door and let this object alive. Rated blood from a lacerated sky. Blood is horror.
That was horrible. Thank you, Dad, for